lipstick print on. See, we had already started this segment off on the.
I'm about to say, I know I didn't give you that damn cup. That's
listen. No, you didn't.
We talking about that topic.
You be talking about how. You talk about how every show.
I'm about to just get this started. Fuck that.
You talk about how every show.
Fuck the rundown.
I'll be wife loving. You gonna see some changes today, goddammit.
I don't
we coming out the gate. And my drink got lipstick print. And you got your own drink.
2 of us don't believe you. You need more people.
I was just about to
say. Don't be no wife loving today, there.
You need more people, man.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. You know this is my favorite part of the show right here.
Welcome back to the JMatt show. I don't know what show it is. What is this, 58, 59? Oh, we almost at 60.
59. I still feel like we skipped 55. I don't care. I'm going back and checking that shit.
We should do it over again.
55?
We should do 55 over. I don't even remember 55.
I don't either.
All I know is we
don't leave 55 as that long lost episode that didn't happen. At least I don't
think the stepchild episode. That kid that you don't really like, you wish you would have had a boy, but you got a girl. We'll get into that later on.
We're gonna call it the D Wade episode.
We'll get that. Ooh! Damn, we fired early, man. I like this. I like how this feels.
My apologies.
I like how this feels.
But I said what I said.
But he does have a
We firing shots early. Hold on, where my shit at? Oh shit, I ain't mean to interrupt. Let's bring the music back.
Yeah, bring that back.
I gotta make sure I get my my sound effects ready because I think it's gonna be needed today.
No, it's not gonna be needed. You better get some boxing glove sound effects going on.
I thought you carried them in your car.
I do. No, actually, she got them in her car.
You used to box. You used to do all type of shit. See, Wayne trains. See, I'm looking forward to all type of activities in Wayne trains. Cause I've been following you on Instagram for a minute. You do a lot of things.
Yeah, it's about to be a whole lot more shit, man.
Do you skate? Do you roll bounce?
You know what? That's something I want to get better at.
Gotta get roll bounce.
That's something that I know how to skate straight. I know how to go around in a circle, but that's about it. But I need to get
on purpose. You accidentally go in circles when you don't know how to skate. Like you just go.
I know how to not fall.
Falling is a technique. You got to learn how to fall correctly. You got to learn how to fall with grace. That's actually a life lesson.
There's nothing graceful about me falling. If I fall, it's a goddamn injury. Let me be known.
All right, man. I don't even know where we should start today, but we got a lot of shit to talk about.
Oh, man.
We got a lot of shit to talk about. I don't really think anybody did anything interesting this weekend. Did you?
I don't think so, man. You know my weekend. Oh, you know what? I did. We did host our financial literacy piece this weekend at the juvenile place.
I seen that.
I did do that.
So, all right, so let's start with that.
That's cool.
Tell us how that went, man. You was down there talking to them badass kids again.
You know what, man? The kids was cool, man. The only thing that pissed me off was there was one kid that was actually in our like it's supposed to be different kids every time, but this one particular kid snuck into this class and slept the whole class, but he slept the whole last class. And I didn't recognize that it was him again until like halfway through the class. I noticed, I'm like, wasn't you in our last class? He like, yeah. And I remember he oh my God, he ticked me off so bad because we talked to them about what they wanted to do for a living.
Right.
And the last class, he was like, man, look, he talked just like this, man, I'm going to the NBA and I'm going to drop 35. So this time I said, hey man, ain't you the one that last time said you was going to drop 35 in the NBA? He like, yeah, but you know what I'm saying, after the last class, man, you know, now I'm going to go to the NBA and drop 50, man. To swing on it, man, listen. I was kid. So irritated, man.
How old was he?
It's like 17.
What a smart
16,
ass.
17. Oh, such a smart ass, man. But
he snuck in to sleep.
He going to be dropping 16 bars or 35 bars of soap in the shower. That's what he's going to be doing.
Oh, that's bad. You shouldn't wish that on nobody.
No, I'm not wishing it on him or whatever, man. Like, we ended our last financial literacy segment on a very, very good note with him because even though he was sleeping, he actually seemed to have still been listening, but I hate that he snuck into our class to be able to sleep opposed to go and do something different this time around. He took the easy way out, and I'm just like, listen, we doing this, we coming and doing volunteering to do this for free, where people charge anywhere from $75 to $300 per hour to do what it is that we're coming in volunteering to do for y'all for free. Don't disrespect me like this.
Bastard.
You feel me? That's how I feel about it.
I feel you. Now, you should have asked him a question, which would have been, now, if you make it to the league and you drop in 30, 40, 50, and you making 30, 40, 50 million, how you gonna manage them funds, little sleeping nigga?
I wasn't even about to ask the question because, like, one thing I will give him the benefit of the doubt with saying this. When there were specific questions that were asked, were certain things where they had to write down, I could definitely tell with his responses there that he had some sense about himself, but verbally he still had to have that class clown moment. So, it was just like, I'm really ain't in the mood for you, but you remind me of me, so I can't be but so upset because I was way worse when I was his age. So I'm going to give him a pass. Twice.
Yeah, he got 2 passes.
Yeah, he got 2 passes.
All right, well, you did a good deed. It seems like you're always doing good deeds. You're really showing me up. I'm going to have to start volunteering somewhere.
Hey, man.
I coach the kids,
hey,
man.
You see, I want to volunteer at the kids book bank.
Yeah, this nigga's sorting books and shit, man. He erasing, like, marks out of books and fucking scrubbing graffiti off of walls.
Stripping the old library stickers
off.
off.
Ladies across the street and shit.
Nah.
But
did you see the D-Hawk video?
Which one?
The one D-Hawk, the lady was trying to lift the water bottles.
Oh, yeah.
And he went to act like he was helping her and then took the water bottles, put them in his cart.
He's an asshole, man. Shout out to D-Hawk, man. We'll see you back here soon, man.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll be in touch. I don't think I did anything this weekend. I was just messing with kids like I always do. Not messing with kids.
Man, I was about to say.
I be having too many pause moments, man.
Right, Jay Kelly, man.
Jay Kelly. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Jay Jackson, like which one do you want?
No. So I was just basically at basketball tournaments with my own children. And I do know some of the other children, and like I said, I try to help the community too. I be teaching and coaching football.
Yeah, man, come on.
So I be trying to do stuff. I'm gonna step my game up.
Man, you doing just fine.
But forget about this past weekend. What's going on for Valentine's Day? Any plans? Oh, wait a second. Before we get to that, I didn't even let everybody know out there in JMatt World land, podcast land, YouTube land, Spotify land. We got a special guest in the building. I really can't believe this has happened. Now, everybody that's been listening to the JMatt show since my new co-host has joined,
Wayne.
Yes, indeed. And he is happily married.
Very happy.
Wayne, as everybody knows, speaks about his wife very highly. He proclaims from the mountaintops how much he loves and adores her. And she has graced the JMatt show today. God damn it. Come on, Wayne.
Listen.
Oh, you not gonna clap today?
Okay, I'm gonna clap. But no, man, because I was cool until I looked over and noticed that my drink had a lipstick print on it, and it ain't mine. And nobody asked to take a sip of my drink.
I told you I was taking a sip of your drink.
What do you mean you told me?
What are you sipping on? Is it good?
I mean, yeah.
Who made the drink?
I made the drink.
Oh. Well, you know that's how spouses work, right?
I mean, yeah.
Anything that's yours is theirs, so they say.
But the problem is that everything that's theirs is not ours.
Right.
Ooh.
What you mean, right?
Ooh.
See, God damn it, this was... I see.
Ooh, is that where you dressed in all black today, man? Is it somebody's funeral?
Man, you damn right.
You looking real thuggish today.
The Reaper is here.
All right.
Because I got to dead some shit.
Well, before
taking a sip of my goddamn drink without asking.
So what are you guys gonna do to celebrate love this weekend?
We can't really tell.
We can't tell, or you can't tell. Who's supposed to make the plans on Valentine's Day? In my house, Valentine's Day is for me, the man.
Oh.
Is that right?
Yeah, I had to flip that shit around a couple years ago, man. Fuck this. It's too many days for women. What's my day?
Planned for him.
You do?
She
got something planned, and it's a surprise.
She has something planned for me.
Yeah,
I've been trying to catch her off guard or whatever. I was able to actually, man. I kept trying to catch her off guard for my birthday. When she threw the big surprise Miami trip and everything for my birthday, and in addition to it, the night before we left for Miami, surprise birthday party with friends and family and everything. But so I wasn't even supposed to know where we were going. The surprise for me as far as the trip was my friends showing up at the airport. I didn't know about that. But all the times I kept trying to catch her up to get her to tell me where we was going, she never broke. She accidentally told me on her own because of something else that had happened.
From Miami?
Yeah.
Oh, you knew before the surprise?
I knew Miami. I didn't know everybody was going.
Okay. All right, yeah. Because you did have that, you was about to cry. I think we talked about that on the pod.
I was sweating.
They had the air conditioner was broken.
Yeah, man. You know I'd be in the airport.
Yeah. So.
But as far as, she said she got something planned. So, you know, her
Shirley
surprises.
said she got a surprise for me, too.
Her surprises, man, you know,
I don't like surprises. I'm actually not a fan of surprises.
Actually, this was the first time I'd ever been surprised. And I can't complain about it.
I don't believe that.
First time.
You've never been surprised in your life?
As far as like some type of special occasion or something like that. I mean, what kind of surprise you talking about? Like somebody jump out the closet, you know, like that's about it. But outside of that, like,
so you never had like somebody throw something formal for you?
Never. That was
you know what? I don't think I've ever had that either.
Uh,
I'll share a quick story real quick before we get the show started for real. Shirley surprised me once, and I had to let her know how much I don't like surprises, especially surprises that are like very intimate, that like involve other people touching my body.
What?
Yeah, man. It was a surprise. I came home from work, and Shirley's acting weird. It was candles and shit, like fucking tea candles and shit all around. Like, what the fuck is going on, man? It's like 5:30. What's happening? Like, where the fuck dinner at? So candles is burning and shit. I'm like, what is going on? She's like, I got a surprise for you. Chick come in the house with a big ass massage table. She could order a masseuse, like a house called masseuse, which sounds great in theory, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't like fucking surprises. So I come up from work, and I'm ready to get in my after work routine. I'm ready to relax, take a shower, put on my fucking holy sweats, you know what I'm saying, and relax. Nah, bro. She tells me to get undressed and go downstairs and lay on the table in the dining room. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't know this lady. It was weird, and that was my first time having like a full massage at the crib. I didn't like that. So I had to let her know, like, the thought was great. But next time, you got to, like, warn me, man. What if I came home stinking from the gym? What if I did a Wayne Trains circuit? And I'm out here, like, really, really
sweating.
Take a shower.
Yeah.
So then the masseuse got to wait for me to get in the shower?
5 minutes. How long it take?
But ain't she paid by the... I would take a quick shower.
She should be paid by the session, or no?
I don't know, man.
Because I'm pretty sure she was...
Shirley, just don't do that again, Shirley.
Ungrateful.
Just don't do that again.
I don't know, man, because... yeah.
I wasn't prepared. Like, I have to... Some surprises you actually need some preparation for.
Yeah, because now that I think about it, like you mentioning that, I actually had a surprise that happened like that same situation with a massage.
Oh, shit.
With the table that was laid out. But I'm gonna tell you what was messed up.
Did you have to get naked?
Huh? No. First of all, this
all massages.
But yeah, I mean you got to take your clothes off of it. But that wasn't the thing.
This usually you go into it knowing like, all right, tomorrow I got a massage and I'm gonna have to get naked.
Wait. So this was years ago, way before me dating my wife, of course, But so this is what was real crazy about this.
Okay.
Was that I come home and there's a nigga in my kitchen. And I'm
was
like...
he cooking eggs?
He wasn't cooking eggs, but he was cooking food. And I'm gonna go ahead and give my nigga a plug real quick or whatever. Because,
you know him?
Yeah, I knew him. And it kind of fucked me up because I'm like, wait a minute.
He had all his clothes on, right?
Why? Yeah, he did. But I'm like, why is this nigga in my kitchen? I'm like, why is he in my house? Shout out to my man, D Ruggs over at Goodfellas.
He kind of Bing Ray's built.
Right. So D Ruggs is standing in my kitchen. I'm like,
shit.
But you know what I'm saying? But he came because he had the food popping off or whatever. So that was cool or whatever. But that was an unpleasant surprise.
I would imagine. Yeah, I can't come on.
I'm like, wait a minute. But it turned out good because my first initial reaction was like, God damn, man, we about to have to fight? But it turned out cool, man. And hey, man, y'all go mess with my man D Ruggs and Goodfellas, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give you that plug because, man, the food is outstanding.
Even the rib cage workers said y'all got the best lobster in town. I seen that post. Shout out to y'all. All right. Let's get into a couple of these news stories. They're not really news stories. I'm going to call them quick hitters because we got some shit to get into. Of course, we got top 5 coming up at the end of the show. In honor of Black History Month, we going through the top 5 black sitcoms of all time. No particular era, genre, anything like that. So top 5 black sitcoms. That should be interesting at the end. We got a main topic that we're going to get into. We kind of touched on that in the beginning. D. Wade out here and Gabby. Is there, do they call it Gabby?
Who?
Gabrielle
Union?
Just call her full government. Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade are out here just, I don't know what to say about it, but we're going to talk about that.
Being very, very open and pleasant about some
Progressive.
things.
Being very progressive. That's the word. We're going to be PC.
Is that what we're going to call it?
Just for now. All right. I know it's old news, but we have some thoughts. Gale King and Oprah Winfrey, Snoop Dogg, it's like a big triangle going on. And it's some, all right, I know everybody got their thoughts, opinions, everybody's pretty much shared them already, but I don't really have too much else to say about Gale King and Oprah specifically. I'm more curious about how you feel about what Snoop said. But before we do that, what are your thoughts on this whole situation with Gale, Oprah, and Snoop, and just really their involvement with, it's not their involvement, it's like how this whole thing is affecting the black community, because it's really a black thing.
Man, so first of all, let me just say this.
White people be quiet for a moment.
I do think that Snoop went too far, because at the end of the day, those are black women. And I think that we do have to be careful as far as how we go about addressing certain issues. I feel like we have to maintain a certain level of tact when we speak about our black women. But I'm gonna say this: Gale King, she backpedaled. So what I did, like today, I'm like, man, you know what?
Snoop did too, just to be fair.
He did, but I think Snoop backpedaled because I think that somebody did give him an understanding of his level of disrespect. You know, and I think that he was mature enough to own it, to be able to pull back some of his comments, and I can appreciate that. But where Gale King pissed me off was that she was not willing to do the same. Instead of her going and being mature enough to actually, say, hey, I was out of line. Right. She blamed the network. And then she also sat up there and she took no responsibility and she tried to cover it up. But I went back and listened to it because I'm like, maybe I'm out of line. So I go back and listen to it, and the one particular thing that it is that she said that made me be like, fuck that, was after she asked Lisa Leslie the question about, do you think that, that people are out of line for asking the question, or about, do you think people should leave it alone as far as coming at his legacy and everything like that? When Lisa Leslie was like, it went to trial. And then Gale King said, but it was, what did she say? She said it was dismissed.
Because the victim wouldn't testify.
That comment to me made me feel like, you feel like he did it, and the only reason why he wasn't convicted was because it was dismissed. Because it was, for me, if you're really asking this question to say that, do you think it's fair that people are even asking about it, why would you overextend it in that type of way of making that comment afterwards? Like, what was that comment for, to have to let everybody know, but it was dismissed because the victim didn't do, like, that right there, like killed it all for me, where I'm like, no, I feel like that you had malicious intent.
That shit was nasty. Like, she did, she said she made that comment, and then she also said that. Did you watch the whole interview?
No.
Okay, so it was after she asked that question, and then Lisa Leslie gave a response, and then Gale made the comment like, "Well, you wouldn't see it because you guys were friends." When she was talking about how I've never seen Kobe behave that way towards women, I've never seen him be aggressive you know, and she was made the comment like, you know, if I was in a club, I've never seen him say, hey, go get this girl.
Yeah, I did see all of
this. She was
this.
like, you know, I have other NBA friends that are like that, but Kobe never showed me signs of anything like that.
Yeah.
And for Gale to make that comment, that probably to me was the worst comment, because you're basically disregarding what this woman is telling you to your face, who was a friend of Kobe, and you're basically saying, well, you're jaded.
She
As a friend,
backdoored
you're
it.
jaded, so you wouldn't be able to see his shortcomings. You won't be able to see the things that are negative about him because you have the rose-colored glasses on. I didn't like that shit.
Yeah, and that was my thing, and I feel like that she backpedaled more to, like, she tried to protect herself opposed to take responsibility. And don't get me wrong, I understand why, but my thing is, hey, you shouldn't have came out like I hate journalists.
You do? All of them?
I ain't gonna say all of them, but a lot of them, man. Like, man,
I know
we talk about shock value.
Yeah,
we talk about shock value, and you got some journalists. Yeah, you got some journalists that ask those questions that you know that's going to get a certain type of reaction, but then this one right here just happened to come back to bite you in the ass in a way that you was hoping it wouldn't have, and you know, and now you're trying to protect yourself instead of taking the responsibility. You knew what you were asking. You knew why you were asking it, and you deserve everything that's come. No, I can't say everything because
she kind of do though, because no one is threatening her physically.
They are.
No, and well, I don't know.
They are. Like, yeah, she been getting death threats.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Everybody gets death threats. Death threats are so common. I don't really even count them. Yeah. Who's the last person to receive a death threat and then die?
Tyreek. He didn't die. He got death threat.
But did you die? Ghost? But did you die?
Ghost got all kind of threats.
So I'm not really putting too much stock in the death threats. Like, nobody's really out here making assassination attempts for real.
But you know what? Don't say that, man, because it be shit like that that get said, and then next thing you know, something happened. And,
well,
and I'm gonna blame it on the JMatt show.
I'll pray for everyone's safety.
It happened because JMatt said it.
I pray for everyone's safety. I don't want anything, you know, no ill will to fall upon anyone. We're all about love. Remember we talked about love, and you talked about my signs and said I need to pause? Yeah, we talked about this shit. I love everybody.
I see you moved the sign from the chair over
Fuck
there.
That sign. I got too many signs. But the thing about, all right, so the other thing that I was about to say about the whole Gale King thing is that I don't understand how Gale and Oprah can feel so comfortable putting these stories, documentaries out, and it's obvious you're only talking about black men.
What was that?
Tone deafness.
Harvey Weinstein, they said they...
It's so... Gale King actually worked with a dude on her morning show, CBS, who was accused of all type of shit. She ain't did no sit down with nobody that...
They want to interview the Michael Jacksons, the R. Kellys,
so that's
the Kobe Bryants.
And it's Black History Month. And it's like, this shit is bothering me, man. It's like, we don't have that many black billionaires. And for us to have a black billionaire who's using her platform, leverage, power, money to just shit on black people it's terrible, man. It's like, hopefully everybody starts to see people's true colors. I think I talked about them. It might have been last show.
Man, see,
it's like, when people show you who they are, you need to believe them. Now they're showing us who they are.
You know what? And I get it, man. And it's like, man, I don't know if I still just got this last little inkling of hope, but man, it's so hard for me to feel the way that I feel like I'm supposed to feel about Oprah. I'm just not there yet because you know. I mean, you know, one of the shows we just had recently, I was somebody. I actually defended Oprah about things.
You did.
I actually
because
defended
B. Hill, your arch enemy.
Oh my God, man.
He was talking about how Oprah's kids is getting raped in their schools.
Listen. Let me say this, man. Me and B. Hill on Wayne Trains, we are going to have a boxing match, and I'm gonna beat his ass. But anyway,
that's unfair. Don't be a bully.
No, oh shit.
See,
okay, fine.
Dress like a bully too.
It's just a shirt, man. Well, listen. No, but yeah, I've always been a big admirer of Oprah, and I don't know. I guess I'm just a little bit brainwashed by her, man. A lot of people are not gonna like this, but I'm still a fan of Oprah. But shit, This is not a good look, get your shit together, man. Like, man, I'm gonna have to come tell Harpo to whoop your ass, man. Like, come on, get it together, Oprah.
So do you like the Oprah Winfrey Network? Do you like Oprah herself? Do you like her billions of dollars?
Man, I think I'm inspired.
You like her frozen dinners?
You know what? I'll say this. I'm inspired by her success as a black woman, and her hustle and what she's done to be able to get that, because I feel like that she has paved a way and has, like, I feel like that she's how can I say this?
Well, she will be honored, and she probably is already honored in elementary schools across the country for Black History Month. So there you go.
Hey, man, like a lot of people gonna hate me for this, but I don't give a fuck. Fight me.
See,
Oprah,
really shit today.
Because you know how I feel, man. When it comes to business and just business ethics and stuff like that, like, yes, no matter, it's always gonna be some people that don't like what it is that you've done. There's gonna be a million people that love you, a million people that hate you. I'm not a fan of Oprah just yet, but Oprah, you on thin ice, goddammit.
It's close.
You this damn close.
Well, I've been said fuck Oprah a few years back, so I'm standing on that. Oh, and just in
not
case
that she give a shit about how I feel.
No,
but
she'll
still
never hear this.
Right.
But just in case.
Anybody that do know how I feel.
Yeah, and if you didn't hear how Snoop feel, here you go.
Hey, what do you call her? What do you call Gale? A dog head?
Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
What do you gain?
I swear to God, we the worst.
You know what I like about this?
We
He said we the worst.
He got a
We
bonnet
expect
on.
more from you.
He always got a goddamn
Don't
his
you hang out with
hairstyle.
Oprah? Why y'all attacking us?
You cuss a woman out with a
We
bonnet
your
on?
people.
You gangster.
You ain't coming after fucking Harvey Weinstein asking them dumbass questions.
Yeah.
I get sick of y'all. I want to call you one.
He's like, can I call it?
Do it.
Is it okay if I call her one?
Yes, Snoop.
Funky dog head bitch. How dare you try to tarnish my motherfucking homeboy's reputation, punk.
He called her a punk motherfucker.
A funky dog head bitch, man.
Holy fuck, Snoop.
Hey.
So much
Hey,
aggression.
listen, I feel like it was out of line, but that is so funny to me. A funky dog head bitch. Like, Snoop, where did you come up with that?
So, all right.
What?
Here's another. Let me attempt to shoot Snoop some bail on this, because I didn't fact check, and we got to get better on the fact checks here on the JMatt Show.
We do.
But I heard that Snoop is dealing with some pain, and if you've seen that, like that was raw emotion.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things about.
And Kobe his boy too.
Yeah, but it's like social media. One of the things I don't think people should do is get their camera out when they feeling some shit. Like, let some time pass before you just pull your phone out and record a message. But I heard Snoop, lost a niece or something like that, like a family member, and he's dealing with some pain as well. And I was like, when I heard that, and then I go back to that and I listen, I look at his face and I hear the words, I'm like, that's pain. And I was like, he feeling some type of way.
So this is just recent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shoot him some bail on that. The fact that he called her a dog head or dog face.
No.
Biatch.
A funky dog head bitch.
Dog head. And I immediately thought of that video, remember, Doggy Style, when all the people was morphing into dogs, and I was like, what dog would Gale be?
Which one? She gonna be the funky one.
What dog? Would she be a Cocker Spaniel? Is she a lap dog? What does she look like? St. Bernard? Man. I don't know. Y'all figure that out. But prayers to Snoop,
talking about
Gale, Oprah, everybody celebrating Black History Month, man.
Hey, this has been, so far, Black History Month has started off so ratchet. We got to do better. We got to do better.
Another ratchet. Speaking of ratchet, the stripper that fell from heaven.
When God kick you out and you
like
find
rain,
out,
man.
God kick you out of heaven and you find out hell is lit.
Oh shit! Was that? Oh man! All I
that
know
was a
is,
meme I seen.
all I know is she fell hard, and her face made contact with the ground first. What club was that? Do you know?
Huh?
Oh no, don't be doing that.
I was looking at my.
I know. Everybody else can see too.
God damn it, we recorded.
Yeah, we
I'm
are.
sorry, what was the question that you
Your
asked?
lips is all greasy and shit because you're over here doing the LL Cool J.
That's chicken grease. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
No, but do you like strip clubs, Rachel?
Sure.
You do? Have you frequented the strip club with your husband yet?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the acrobatic pole dancers?
I do.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Do you
It's
like
a
the
show.
acrobatics?
Hey man, as long as they got health insurance.
I think it's worth their money. They're what they get their money's worth.
Speaking of health insurance, I think after this fall, we need to be advocating for a stripper union.
No, the companies need to have workers' comp set up. That's what they need to have. And I'm not even about to go
But
into
don't
that
you
because I have to give my company
But your
a plug.
taxes got to be set up a certain, like everything got to be set up a certain way for you.
Man,
to
listen,
workers' comp. They 1090. I don't even think they 1099.
Hey, listen, when I tell you, I could give my day job a plug, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say
about day
I'm
jobs on the
gonna let
show.
y'all know. Come holler at me if you need to be compliant as a business. I'm your man.
And do you have any plugs if you need reconstructive jaw surgery?
That I don't have. All I can say is be fucking careful.
Well, you was mentioning before we started that she got how much on her GoFundMe?
Man, over 30. I don't know where it's at right now, but the last time I checked, I think just yesterday it was like what over 32,000.
Boy, she about to come back and get all the money. She about to have new ass, new titties. She
new
about to
teeth,
have
a new jaw,
new teeth,
a new
she
ankle.
about to have them good ones too. What's them good ones that actors be getting? The good
veneers.
teeth, the veneers.
That's
She
what
about
they.
to, them bitches gonna be mad at her when she come back to work. That's all I know,
Pushing off the
fam.
pole next.
They gonna make her leg muscles stronger
because
so she
she-
can grip the pole tighter.
Because she ain't
No
gonna
more
pay the
accidents.
medical bills. She just gonna pay to get the surgeries.
So how do y'all feel about her reflex to continue twerking after she failed?
I was impressed.
I was impressive. Like
was
she
impressed.
didn't even reach to like clutch her jaw.
I told
She
man.
didn't say out. Did she say ouch?
I don't know, but the
Man,
person in the
she's
camera
so-
was like, "Is she okay?" And I'm looking like, I don't know. I was answering like she could hear me.
That ass was fine. That motherfucker kept doing the damn thing, bro.
Man,
the
when I
ass
talk-
was okay.
Man, she was not going to be embarrassed. She said the show must go on.
I would have left.
I would have died.
Out.
Right
It's on the
there,
stage,
It's on
like
the stage.
I'm dead.
The guy would have been like, "It ain't your time." Like, no, God take me. Like, I can't let nobody see me after this.
I mean, honestly, it's like, all right. You kind of feel bad for her because it's like something motivated her to continue twerking after she took a horrific fall.
Just adrenaline.
So it's like the bills got to be paid. Like,
No, it was
Is she
like I'm
struggling that
embarrassed.
hard?
I got to play this shit
you
off.
think it was just all embarrassment?
It
Yeah.
definitely.
I would have just
Like
had
I got to play
leave.
this off. I cannot let them see that I'm hurt, and I'm gonna let the show go on.
But what? Her teeth was on the floor.
Ouch.
Hey, put them in your G string and keep it moving.
Put her in her, pick up her teeth and put them in her change purse.
Put them somewhere. Put them in your garter. Keep it moving. Throw them in some milk.
All right. Well, another prayer needs to be solicited to the stripper who fell and cracked her jaw, but she is well compensated with the GoFundMe, so I think everything should be fine, and she's gonna come back and take all you bitches' clientele. I promise you.
Moments in Black History. There it is.
But goddamn, another fabulous moment that I think we should mention. Remember, I think it was 2-3 episodes ago, and I mentioned vagina scented candles.
Yes.
Do you remember that? And I tried
Was
to
it
get
Erykah
you guys-
Badu? No, it was somebody else.
It
Go
was
ahead.
Gwyneth Paltrow. So Gwyneth Paltrow came out with vagina scented candles years ago. So this isn't a new thing. And I tried to get y'all to play a game with me, and y'all pussy ass niggas didn't want to play no game with me to come up with a perfect vagina smell.
Oh, that was so mean. Yeah, because you ain't gonna talk to me about no goddamn vagina smells and shit like that. And I got my goddamn wife.
So what? Just name something pleasant. How hard
You
is that?
asked the question. I think you, what the
I
fuck question
remember
did you
exactly.
ask?
I
You
said,
asked something
let's
about-
collectively come up with a vagina scented candle. I said, if we was to
I feel
come
like
up
you
with a
asked
smell-
like what our vagina are.
No, hell no.
Okay,
Don't
wait a
you
minute.
do that.
Okay.
I'm not that damn rude.
I feel like you was, but I'm gonna have to go back and
No,
fact
you're
check
just
that
overly cautious. That's all it is, nigga. overly cautious.
Every day.
Trained well.
Every day.
So
Did she say
I
I'm trained well? Did she say I'm trained well?
She did.
You didn't know that part of Wayne Trains is also. Hey man, listen. Wayne Trains is about. Now it ain't just about physical conditioning. It's about mental conditioning as well. Believe
You
me.
got some tips?
Huh?
Anytime a nigga say hi, he has nothing. Huh? What you say? No, so Erykah Badu is coming out with a line of incense called Pussy. Like the fragrance is called Pussy.
Flat out.
And the incense is inspired by her own vagina, which has been said to have mystical powers.
Man, that vagina got to smell like all type of weed.
How
Her first single.
dare you? Look, I'm fucking. What is wrong with you, Wayne? How dare you talk about
Man,
Miss Badu?
think
that
about Erykah
her
Badu.
vagina smells like weed.
I didn't say it with no fire weed, but I'm saying her first single that put her on was about weed. On and on, she was talking about getting high. Was she not?
So she got that Kush coochie.
Kush Coochie. I love it. I bet you it need to be a Kush Coochie incident. Kush Coochie.
Now I heard
If she hear that, goddamn, you better make sure that we got this. Make sure that we got this episode copywritten and stamped for today. Because when she come out with Cooch Cushy, what is it? Kush Coochie? Can you even say that 5 times fast?
No.
Kush Coochie. When she
Kush
come out with it,
Now,
you gotta get paid.
Now she said that the way she found out or determined how she was going to come up with this fragrance was she gathered a bunch of her old panties, clean I hope.
Like unwashed?
No, clean I hope.
Okay.
I hope
He
they
said clean, he hope, but
I mean, to get authentic, I mean, take them bitches off and, you know.
I mean, but wait a minute. If they're washed, then how do you get the
You're
scent?
right.
That don't make sense. She had to take some unwashed panties. Because if they washed the right way, it shouldn't be no
It
pussy
just smelled
scent.
like Downy. Right. So she burned them, and then I guess there are actual ashes, like the ashes from some of her panties, are infused in the actual incense. So if you get these, I'm ordering some. I'm just gonna let you know.
So you gonna let your house smell like another woman's pussy?
Absolutely. During the JMatt show, absolutely.
First of all, I don't want to be involved. You're not gonna talk about this. While
I'm not going to.
While my wife
I
on the
burn
show.
incense all the time.
Hey, babe.
You will not know.
Listen, Justin is trying to get
You
me
will
to
not
smell
know
another woman's vagina. And
that
I
the
just
pussy
wanna
incense
know
is burning
how you
when
feel
it
about
burns.
that.
You're not gonna know.
I just want to know how you feel about Justin trying to get me to smell another woman's vagina during the show.
That sounds terrible.
Do you need me to take that night
That
off?
sounds
What do
terrible.
you need from me? You're not gonna get me in trouble. I got to protect.
This is my house. My wife lives here. How you think we?
How does your wife feel about another vagina just smelling up the house?
We'll ask her when she gets here. She'll be here shortly, and Shirley will be here
Shirley
shortly.
will be here shortly. And I would like to know Shirley's thoughts about
join
this.
us.
About this other woman's vagina scent that's just going to be just going through the house. I would like to know how she feels about this.
You need a matching
Whoop.
penis scent.
Matching
penis
penis
scent.
First of all, there would not be any penis scents in my goddamn house.
That
I
doesn't
don't
even
know.
sound right.
A nut scent.
A nut scent.
Like a nut sack scent.
You childish motherfuckers, man.
Who brought her?
I did.
I did. It was me.
It was me.
All right, so another just in ratchet news. Let's just get the ratchet shit out the way.
We'd have been that ratchet all goddamn night.
What you call it? Future's baby mama. I think he got a lot of baby mamas, but Lori Harvey, is she related to Steve Harvey?
Yeah, that's not his baby mama.
It's not his baby mama?
No.
Is this his girl?
I guess so.
Oh, okay.
But she messing with one of the twins? Is that one of the twins?
No.
It's not one of the twins?
No.
I don't know.
No, not one of the twins.
Can you
I went
back
to
check?
high school. We went to high
That's
school
not-
with
yeah.
the twins.
What was the twins'
It
names?
ain't- it ain't.
It ain't
Brandy
them.
and somebody else.
Okay, got you.
It ain't them.
No, it's Steve Harvey's stepdaughter.
Oh, it's stepdaughter. Okay.
Yeah. So I seen the video of her about to get carjacked for her Rolls Royce truck. It was a whole video on Instagram. And first off, I'm glad she's safe.
Yes.
But as I was watching this video, the only thing I could think about was, where the fuck does she live? The fucking a Rolls Royce truck? That's like $300,000, $400,000. Why are you parking that next to a Camry? What the fuck is going on? Where do you live? And how did these hoodlums get in the garage? See, so that's all I could think about. Where do you live? Where you parking a Rolls Royce truck?
And was this a setup?
Next to a Subaru Forester. See, like, this is nigga shit, man. Like, niggas are so fucked up with how we prioritize shit. Why do you live there? Future, take that $350,000 you bought that truck and move her into a fucking cul-de-sac, my nigga. What's going on? Priorities is all out of whack, man. It's Black History Month. We got to do better.
If you got the truck, like you ain't got the truck costs more than the house.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you parking this in this building where randoms can just come up and attempt to carjack you? Whatever. So glad she's okay. I thought that was a baby mama.
Make that ratchet news real short.
Yeah, I don't really have too much else to say on that.
I have nothing to say about that.
Did y'all know that Beyonce had a prenup?
No, I didn't.
What?
Ooh, JMatt breaking news, nigga. Beyonce, it's a punk ass prenup though. It's really not much, but I think it sounds like one of them prenups that you should just have one anyway because you both of y'all are super wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
So just they just write something up, lawyer, Jewish nigga,
Yeah.
Jewish guy, write something up real quick. I need a prenup. So Beyonce has in place where she gets $5 million per child if they were to get divorced.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pennies. That's pennies.
That's it.
Yeah.
They billionaires, bro.
Right.
That's $5 million.
I mean, shit, what the fuck she need?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
You said more.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Are you able to amend prenups after you marry?
I'm sure you could.
So if I was her, I'd go back and put
Sign off on it.
I'd be like, man, I need $50 million per kid.
Hey, that's still.
I would. $50 million a lot.
But he would have to agree to it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You got to agree to the original prenup.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know how prenups work.
Jay was like, $5 million a kid.
I ain't got shit.
You have a few of those.
Yeah,
$15
he's like, that's all you want, bitch?
Right.
Here you go. $5 million.
Hey, I'll give you $5
I'm
per
going to tell
kid.
you to keep the kids.
I wonder what the rest of the
Ain't that some shit? Hey, huh?
I said, I wonder what the rest of the prenup look like.
You hear what this shit she just said?
Run it back.
No, she don't want child support. She want me to keep the goddamn kids.
You keep the kids.
Right.
Living her best life.
Right, so she go down there and broke back twerk. Oh, that was
she gonna pay me child support. That is.
All right.
Yeah, he said that earlier. Her twerk was your normal.
Right. It was something else I came across that was just interesting. It kind of reminded me of one of those other conversations we had a few weeks ago. But, it reminded me of that conversation we had about when we was talking about competition and like how it's other people doing what you, I think it was when B was here. We was talking about how do you compete when there's so many other people doing what you do in the market, and I think we talked about that with Delonte.
Yeah, because you know what? That was B Hill because he was talking about the restaurants.
Yeah.
And I made mention of even talking about financial literacy.
Right.
So yeah, I remember that.
So what brought that to my attention was a fact that I came across. I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast.
Joe Rogan
last week. You know, the king of podcasts. Like we mentioned, $30 million last year off podcasting. And
tell him something, Joe.
Joe. He said that now currently there are 900,000 podcasts.
Ooh, everybody's trying to have a podcast.
That's why I was like, you know what? That sounds about right, bro. Like,
I wonder what
something
episode
becomes right, all of them. What episodes all of them on? Once something becomes like popular, it's like, oh, this is the new wave. It's like everybody flocks to that wave.
Yeah.
And just because I'm in that podcast world and I really love it. Like, I listen to podcasts. I have a podcast. I am involved in this whole shit, right? To me, what that says is that this is going to grow into something else, and we don't know where it's going to grow, but it also signifies to me that this is the new medium. This is the new way to communicate outside of social media. If you have thoughts, if you have something to say, if you have something that people want, podcasting is the way to go. Go ahead.
No, all I was about to say is that, like, podcasting along with every other thing, man, people, like, that's why you got, man, I wonder how many rappers you got.
Exactly. That was the thing. Remember, it was like back in the 90s, like, everybody fucking rap.
Man, everybody, man, oh my God, it's even worse today, though. Everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody want to do everything. Everybody want to be a stripper. And like, when old girl just falling off the stage. And just, you know how many people she just inspired?
Real quick moment. There's nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to do what you want to do. And there's nothing wrong with jumping on the wave.
No. I disagree. And here's why I disagree. I disagree because you got a lot of people that be jumping on the waves for the wrong reason, man. You have to have a passion, man. And if you don't got no passion for it, man, you just... The goal is to be able to do what you love where it does not feel like work. If you're doing something just because it looks like it's going to be lucrative, or you just sitting back feeling like you could do something, oh man, he doing it, man, I know I can do that, man, on some hater type shit, man, you will be miserable. And that's why I say it is something wrong with that. Stop just jumping on the wave because it look good. What do you love? And follow that.
Outside of that, that is a good point. That is true. Outside of that, though, I look at it as the reward comes with your persistence and your consistency.
I agree.
So with all these, hey Rachel, can you do me a favor? Yep. Can you hand me that cup right there?
You gonna poke me in the goddamn eye?
No, not that one. That's your husband with the lipstick. Yeah, good looking. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, wait a minute, hold on. Did you just get this man a drink?
Yeah.
She didn't make it. I made it myself. I just left it over there. So, like I was saying, sir. Damn, you just threw up my everything. Listen, Wayne.
I'm listening to you.
When I look at you, when I look over at you, you can't be licking your lips. This is the second time, bro. This is the second time. We can't do this.
Man, I want to say, did you see this specimen of a woman over here? But if you do see her, I'm gonna have to fuck you up. But no, I'm like,
You've been seeing me for a long time.
This is
a long motherfucking time.
Yeah, man. So
what's your name?
This nigga is straight flirt with his wife on the show, bro.
Anyway, let's go.
Do y'all? But no, you done derailed me now. Do y'all have a code word for sex?
A code word?
I just came up with one last week.
What is it?
Should I tell you? I don't know if I should tell you. You ain't trying to take it.
My bad, man. We was talking about.
All right. What was I saying? You threw me off. With
listen, my wife entered the room right there. Listen, let me tell you. Listen. I have eyes on my wife every time she enters a room, every time she leaves a room.
Oh, fuck you, Wayne. Nobody wants to hear this shit today.
Even when I'm mad, I be looking at her. Hate this bitch. Did I
what?
See, but all I got to do is let Wayne talk. Right down the hole.
Right.
That's what you say?
So here we go.
What I think sometimes.
So what I was saying about
what he was saying, babe.
The last topic was that we're going to go ahead and transition to another one. I think the next thing we have on the list. What do I have?
You used the word transition.
Oh no, but we was talking about podcasts.
Podcasts, yeah.
And we was talking about how many of them it is, and we was talking about businesses, and all right. Basically, the last thing I wanted to hit on that was, I love that it's that many podcasts. I hope it grows to be more. My thing is, how long are you going to last doing your podcast? Because goddamn it, this shit is not fucking easy. It look easy, sounds easy.
You talk about the consistency. That's what it comes down to.
But I'm willing to bet I'm going to outlast a bunch of you new motherfuckers that's coming up with podcasts.
You already have.
I'm rolling up on 60, and I swear, once I get to 100, it's a wrap. I'm on Joe Rogan heels. I'm trying to get to 1,500, 2,000, all that shit. We'll see what happens. All right. I think we've talked about most of the bullshit. Do you want to know my code?
Yes.
You want to know my code? Should I tell y'all my code word for when me and wife?
No, is this a code word where you telling her, is this a safe word or is this
it's
a code
safe.
word?
It's absolutely safe because this is a word that we had to come up with because we have kids. Y'all can relate. Sometimes
We make the kids suffer through it.
Oh,
Ew.
wow. You let your kids hear y'all have
Hell
sex?
no.
Oh, I was about to ask how do you do that? Because
then
I
we
wouldn't be able to do that.
And we got older kids too.
Yeah,
so
my daughter's
they
room
would
is
be
right
like,
next to mine.
ew.
She about to be 13.
They would be so disgusting.
And I'd be like, I'd be wanting to put a sock in my wife's mouth. Shut up!
Like my son probably go watch this podcast. Like, oh my god!
All right, so
That's
our
what they
code
be
word.
doing.
I knew it.
Whenever we need to have daytime sex, or if the sun ain't went down yet, you know it's hard to get you some. Let's just be honest. It's hard to get you some before the sun go down.
And
it gotta be either in the morning or it gotta be when ain't nobody home.
I don't like morning sex. I'm too groggy.
I've had those moments.
Just get away from me. Your breath stinks. My breath stinks.
Will you
Get away from me.
turn where nobody has to smell each other's breath?
No, I'm cool.
Shit been marinating all night. It's nice and easy. You
Am
don't have to-
Marinating.
you don't have to
Am I able to
foreplay.
speak on this?
You're on the
you whack
podcast,
2 in
sir.
the morning.
Excuse me?
So yeah, you whack 2 in the morning.
Oh! My wife that came and said in the morning, listen.
Bruh, I wouldn't expect. Some people perform great I'm not a morning person.
But mornings are quickies.
I'm a
Before
night owl.
work, get the energy going, have a good day at work.
Oh, so this to get your energy flowing for the like when you go to the gym and you hit the treadmill to warm up.
Then you could go to work like, good morning.
Get the heart
have
rate
your coffee, have a good day.
And you feeling
They
good, so you
started,
might even pick
yeah.
up coffee for the office.
Right. Pick up donuts.
Wayne's still trying to marinate on the fact that you say trash in the morning. He's still trying to get over that shit. Look, I see you stuck. He's like,
This is one of those went from wife loving to wife hating moments right here. Like, the fuck did you just say? Like, oh my god.
this moment of clarity.
Moment of clarity, my god. Like, but no, I be in the morning. I was like, what? Oh.
So my code word for when I need to get some is we need to have a conversation.
Oh, Lord,
Oh,
he
what?
said, I'm running out the house.
Yeah, I tell
I'm
my
thinking it's a real
Yeah,
conversation.
Yeah, because she gonna think it's a real conversation. I'm telling her, like, hey, we need to talk. She gonna be like, fuck.
No.
Like, no, it's not that. Like, no, it is.
Not
It's
talk.
a whole attitude if I say that.
Key word is conversation.
Ooh, don't you tell me
It don't make
that.
a difference. Anything that sounds like communication, conversation, talk, anything.
I don't even
Nobody.
listen to the podcast.
Well, y'all
because
come up with
I
your own
gotta
code
hear
word.
See what I'm saying? She's struggling to be here, hearing me talk.
Oh man. All right, so, let's get to the elephant in the room. Elephant really ain't in this room.
I was about to say, you are not.
But that motherfucker is definitely in D Wade's house.
Ooh.
Big purple, pink, and yellow and green
Yep.
elephant.
Like we both like, like ooh.
So they have decided to address the elephant, quote unquote, in their household by saying, hey, elephant, just be an elephant. You don't have to stand in there in the corner and act as if you're not an elephant.
I'm gonna put my wife
We
on the air for
support
this one.
Elephants.
Yes.
And we want all the colors that you have on your elephant skin to shine. And we're going to take your elephant ass to the parade so everyone can see you. So you don't have to be an elephant in the corner of the room anymore. So D Wade, if anybody has not heard, and Gabrielle and his lovely wife, they have decided to support their young son or daughter. That was my journalist pick.
Or both.
In transitioning to becoming a young lady, girl, at the age of 12 I do believe going on 13 years old. So the big question I have right here today at the JMatt Show is, what age is appropriate to allow your child to be openly gay, lesbian, trans, all those letters that they done claimed and took from the alphabet? What age is appropriate?
INDEPEND.
Now you on the boost.
Do you know that?
No, hey, but this is Webby. See, Shirley ass. God damn it. So, what's the appropriate age, and how would you handle that type of situation if it was to occur in your household? Now, Wayne has so gracefully slid the mic to his wife.
I have.
Now, I think you just bitching out on the topic.
Whoa! Don't swing that shit back. You know what?
Yep.
I ain't scared.
Yeah, I think you bitching out on the topic because you be playing it safe. You are Mr. PC on the JMatt.
Man, stop that.
You the safest one I know.
Man, listen. I come to the JMatt with protection.
That's why you brought your spouse today.
No, man.
She done brought his armor.
She ain't no goddamn help. You see, she throwing me under the bus
He done
today.
brought his rib to the show.
Yeah, whatever. A rib tip.
That's all.
Oh my God, you was about to get it today, bro. When you get home, you are gonna get it.
She gonna fucking get it.
You gonna get it. All right, come on.
Oh shit.
No, for real. This is actually a serious topic, and this is why people love the JMatt Show, because we go from serious to
Okay.
Before
we go to serious, let me just say this, man. I saw a meme that said that they said they feel like that D-Wade's son is living his truth and his father's truth.
Let's get into it.
Whoa!
That narrative has come out.
Oh,
last show.
But anyway,
was we talking about the dangly earring?
We did talk about the dangly
earring.
I saw
go. Just go.
I saw another one, but I ain't
go.
gonna do that. I ain't gonna
just
do
go.
That. Man, listen. This is tough, man.
I know it is, man.
This one is tough because, man, I want to commend D-Wade, the family, his wife, whoever it is that's in support of his son going through this transition. I want to commend them for being so accepting, because me, I don't know. I don't know how I would handle that, because I love my children. But I can't say, it's easy for me to sit back and be like, man, yeah, I'm going to have to love them back. I remember, let me say this, man, one of my sons, man, we wanted to sit down. He wanted to sit down and have a talk, clear the air, and like, you know, pretty much inform me of some things that was going on in his life. And, you know, he wanted to go out, sit down, have some lunch with me, sit down and talk. And, man, when I tell you...
He was nervous as hell.
I was nervous as fuck.
Damn.
Because the whole entire time, I'm looking like, if he tells me that this is what he's going through...
Is that what you was thinking?
Yes, this is what I was...
He was like,
I swear I thought he was about to drop the bomb on me. So what I was doing was, I'm sitting up here, I'm preparing myself to be an accepting parent, to be like, man, like, I love you, and like we good, but I'm telling, man, I was scared to death, because I'm looking like, man, don't get me wrong. I'm like it's so crazy, because in society, man, like, we have gotten to the point where we are made to feel like that we're wrong, or like that we're some type of, like we hate people or something like that if we just against. I'm a heterosexual father, and you know, like even with Kevin Hart, remember he went through that because he made comments and everything like that. Like, man, listen, I'm not gonna play that. Yeah.
What's up, sir?
Yeah.
Come on, have a seat.
Hey.
Yeah.
Come on, have a seat.
Oh, ain't that some shit?
You just in time.
Yeah.
With my wine.
Walk that fat ass on across that screen.
Did you call your wife fat?
No, you're a hater. Don't do that.
No, I'm just saying. I feel like you just called your wife fat.
You heard what he doing.
Because me and your wife, man, I done seen her getting it in, working out, step clap, man. I ain't seen you there, but you want to call your wife fat, man? No safe word for you tonight. That's all I'm saying.
No concept.
Is he still looking at me? Anyway, man, like, but yeah, that was tough for me.
That's what we doing.
That's what we doing. But real talk, back to the topic, man. That was tough for me. Just, of course, that's not what he revealed to me. What he revealed to me was like, oh, thank you, you know. But man, just the thought of being like, man, is he gonna tell me that he about to step outside of this closet that they talk about? And I'm like, how am I about to handle this if he does? And I'm going to have to accept it and love him regardless. Fuck! Like, you know, but then I look at their situation like, damn, like, do you, like, let's say, do you make your child miserable? Or do you accept it? Like, I'll never understand that lifestyle. You feel me? So I don't want to be inconsiderate of it or just like dog it, but I don't get it. I don't understand it, so it's tough for me to really know how to really comment on it. You feel me?
Well, just try to put yourself, hypothetical terms, in his shoes. Would you be as supportive as D Wade and Gabby are?
At this age, no.
I mean, as far as going to the lengths of allowing your kid to attend the gay pride parades.
I'm not doing
wearing
that.
halter tops
I'm not doing none of that.
And nails at 12.
I'm not doing
because that's how far they decide to go.
Yeah, they're letting him live his complete truth on another level. Where I feel like, and they say that you're born that way. All right,
it's possible.
I think people are born that way.
You want to give her the mic?
No.
There's a mic right there,
and it's on.
Is it on?
Yeah, it is. You can pull it up. But let me just say.
I mean, wait a minute, hold on. Can I just say this? Like, now, if my wife was sitting over there, you know what I would have did? I would have got up, I would have moved that mic over, been like, hey, baby, let me go ahead and put that together for you, man.
He was putting so much sauce.
I'm just saying, I don't know, man. Like it's just like, I don't know if it's because I'm a new nigga when it comes to this marriage thing, man.
Yeah, you a new married nigga.
Like, I understand y'all done been married for, you know, like 30,
you was putting
35,
extremely
50 years and shit.
So much extra sauce on this love. It's unnecessary, Wayne. You about to get love sauce on me, Pauls.
That's a big pause.
God damn it!
Pause.
That's the problem. That's why he won't come in.
Need some love.
You know, he didn't call you. Look,
I need to have a conversation.
He ain't fixed. Look,
see, he know the code word.
He ain't fixed the mic for you. He called you fat.
Wayne, you are not about to do this narrative right now. You are not about to start trouble in my household just because your wife is here.
Right.
He doing the LL Cool J, licking his lips at his wife every time I look over at him. And we trying to talk about D Wade and his homosexual son.
But instead, I'm up here loving on my wife.
So let me get my 2 cents in here because before they go have a conversation in the laundry room. So my whole situation with this thing is that I really do believe that if it was my son, I would still love my son. This topic came up last year when me and Terry was talking about it. It would be, see, the thing is with me is, like, I'm so open now. Like, I talk about everything. And I talk about everything with my kids, too. So I wouldn't be scared to let my son know that I support him and I love him. But I also would let him know that that shit is not anything that I agree with. And I would let him know my thoughts. I would try to do it in a way where I wasn't disrespecting him and making him feel less than a man or a human or anything like that. But I would let
he's
you
already
know.
Feeling like less than a man if he.
Oh, fuck.
Wants to be a girl.
But I would let him know, like, how I feel so that we can both be comfortable in our own skin.
I understand that.
So
see what I'm saying?
So do you believe that people
gonna
are
put a
born
microphone up to you?
born that way?
You got to pull it up to you, Cheryl. You done been on the podcast a few times. No, like pull.
Hey, you mind assistant?
You
see how Shirley, since her husband won't.
Do you believe that people are born that way, though?
Mic wasn't on.
Do you believe that people are born that way?
Yes. I used to not believe that when I was in my religious days. Because, you know, if you go by religion, you know, it'll make you tend to believe that you can't be born that way because God don't make no mistakes. So, now that I've put that to the side, I do believe that you could be born that way because it is science and it's genetics. And it's literally can be proven. Lack of hormones. A deficiency of certain things in your diet can lead to lack of hormones. It's all type of things that are scientifically involved in this whole situation where it comes to whether you are more masculine or feminine.
Well, you know, not to switch gears, but like what you just said about God not making mistakes. But when people are born with deformities, sicknesses, illnesses, diseases, and stuff like that, like what would be the difference between any of that and somebody being able to be born?
It's no difference. It's all about deficiencies in genetics and genes
And then who's to say that when God did that he was making a mistake?
It's not. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It ain't no mistake. But but when you think about in terms of religion, religion tells you that it's bad.
I think people are just stupid and don't understand that. Like, who's to say that God made a mistake when He did it and He didn't do it with a purpose?
Exactly.
That's
how I view everything. Everything happens for a reason. God don't make no mistakes. So if you are gay, you're gay for a reason. Like everybody has a purpose in the world. Not everybody's purpose
The world
is going
wasn't
to
meant to be.
reflect
The world was
shit.
not meant to be perfect.
Now that's different. Now that's interesting. Where you going with that?
Nowhere. I'm gonna leave it right at that.
You leave it right there.
I'm gonna leave it right
I
there.
think the world was meant to be.
So if you do believe that people were born that way and your child is like that, you would not allow them to be who they really are then?
You asking me that?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Like, you wouldn't let your child be who they really are at a 12-year-old age, like their son.
I don't think we would,
I
I don't think that we would really have a choice, but it's just like, man, like I don't know, like I'll say this. I feel like that we definitely in a world nowadays where we have so many fads and a lot of stuff that's been accepted. And can you really tell the difference between somebody that's really, really living their truth and somebody that's just like, you know what, I just came across some shit that just seems cool at the time and I don't know what I'm really feeling, what I'm really thinking right now. And that's what it comes down to for me when it comes to Dwayne Wade's son. They're there with him, her, whatever you want to refer to him as at this point in time. They're there. So I'm pretty sure they can have a better and greater understanding than what we have. We don't know. But let's say if we did have a child that was like that, we're going to spend that time with that child that the rest of the world does not, to be able to have a clearer understanding of, is this a fad or is this real? And I think that from that's where we have to determine our next steps and how we go about dealing with it.
I think that we need to, I think when it comes to children that are teenagers or preteens, you still have to be parental in respects to protecting them. So you can acknowledge how they feel, you can acknowledge what they're going through, but you still have to protect them from the things that they don't understand are out there, which is bullying, which is backlash from small-minded people. So, no, I'm not going to allow you to wear halter tops and nails as a 12-year-old boy.
I wouldn't even let you wear halter tops and nails if you were a 12-year-old girl. And you know what?
That's the whole point.
I want to say this, man. Like, this is something that drives me crazy about the whole LG, however many letter community.
Alphabet.
You know, like what drives me crazy is that when I see a lot of these men that are kind of like, I guess, transitioning or wanting to be women, I feel like they go above and beyond what women even do. Like, it be some stuff where I'll be like, man, I feel like you're trying so hard to be a woman that you're going beyond what a woman would be.
But that makes sense, though, man.
Like, I don't get that.
You overcompensate. They don't have all the internal shit, the organs.
Like, they get out here and get to dancing in parking lots, then they got to do a split and land on their back. And like, what women is doing this bullshit that y'all out here doing? Y'all making I feel like y'all make women look bad. Y'all tripping.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, it's I feel like everything is going to the extreme. I don't feel like there's any moderation in anything no more. It's either you is or you ain't, and if you is, you gotta flaunt it to the fullest, no matter what age you are. Like, and that's another thing. It's like it's not like it's a new thing where our society is sexualizing children. They got 2-piece bikinis and bathing suits for 2-year-olds and shit. It's weird. It's weird. So our world, our society sexualizes kids regardless.
Our society sexualizes anything, man. Look at how they acted when Lizzo showed her ass at the Laker game.
Well, that was ridiculous.
I'm just like, man, like anything that they could find a way to just be like, I'm gonna get behind that, man. Like they just this is the world. This is the world we live in. This is the world we live in.
Gross.
Lizzo You
No. We're not about.
because
No.
you brought it up.
No.
I like
Lizzo.
I like her album.
I'm talking about.
I didn't want to.
We live in a world where
Right.
where a lot of shit
Her
is
ass
being
crack was too
accepted.
long.
That goes against a lot of traditional morals. I'll say that, and then we wonder why the world is becoming more and more fucked up. It's because of us. It's us.
Speak for yourself.
No, it's you too.
You're
Hey,
right.
did shit, Wayne.
we all contribute in some type of way.
I just do a podcast.
Man, come on, man. I want to hear about the suffering woman.
So y'all done?
I wouldn't let my kid transition until they were an adult.
Say it on the mic. Because people need to hear the infamous Wayne's wife's voice.
I just want to let them transition until
No,
they're
baby,
an adult.
So you wouldn't let them transition,
Correct.
but you would support them in how they feel?
I mean, I'm going to support my kid because they're my kid, but I don't know if I would allow them to dress like a female or act like a female until they become an adult because it's a lot of things I won't allow my kid to do as a kid because they're kids.
Right.
And so when they're an adult and they can make adult decisions like transitioning, then that will be the appropriate time.
I think what you're speaking to also is that thing that we haven't mentioned yet, which is the fact that these people, most of the people that are in the same boat as D-Wade, Gabrielle Union, and their child live in that same community, which is highly weird.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
they are overly progressive. It's like, I don't want to sound like, conspiracy shit, because I be on the conspiracy shit, but it's like they're the ones that are pushing it.
Right.
It's like they're the spokespeople for the LGBT movement. And it's like, you know how it is. Like, you just get a couple celebrities, a few rappers, and whatever you want to sell to youth, urban youth, or the community, just get your favorite rapper, get them to do a commercial, get on their Instagram, promote it, and that's what it is.
They're gonna promote anything that they can monetize off of.
But it seems like that's what they're doing with this. Every movement needs a grassroots hero, like someone that people feel like they relate to.
Think about like Love and Hip Hop and shows like that. Like it used to be a point in time where they used to talk about the token black person. It's gotten to the point where it's like you gotta have with, I'm just using that as an example, but now you got your token gay people. Like it's almost like you have to have your token specific
That's
type
true.
of people in order to be able to reel in the demographic because that's how you make your money.
Well, it's all over now, though. Even
Yeah.
commercials now, you seeing more
Everything.
and more of that.
Oh yeah, man, that commercial I was telling you about. I hate
been a
that
couple of
commercial
commercials.
with the HIV drug, with the dudes and the transsexual guy and the transvestite. It's
They're
like,
the only people that get HIV.
stop. Why do we need commercials for HIV
As you
drugs
talking about
now?
the one where they talking about how you can still do it if you got it.
Yeah.
We
Where
talked
they got
about
the
that.
band
We
playing in
talked
the
about that.
background.
Yeah.
It comes
Been a
on
couple of
about that.
those.
multiple times a day.
Niggas
and
lift the weights in the
fam,
gym like, I got HIV. Like, what?
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
White couple,
Wow.
a black couple, a black man that's now a woman, and then it says, do not take this drug if you were assigned as a girl at birth. Holy shit! We assigning niggas now? So assigned, bitch, that's a vagina. That's a girl.
You are a girl. You were an
No,
assigned.
we're gonna assign you a boy.
Could you imagine
Assigned.
your kid pop out with a whole penis and you like,
We're gonna
I
assign you.
want to identify him as a female.
You can. That's what they say, assign. What do you mean assign?
Yeah, I
Hey
hear
man,
all that in that
hey
commercial.
my man, I'm over this one.
It's too sensitive for you.
No, I'm
It's-
over it.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Well, my whole thing is that I'm not really making this about D Wade and Gabrielle Union personally, because everybody can do what they want to do. I just want people to think about the possibility, because if you have a child that is an adolescent, preteen, there is the possibility that they can develop into a gay person.
Very possible.
It's trendy. It's definitely possible that they could experiment. They could hang around a group of people that be like, oh, you've never kissed a boy? You should try it.
Wait a minute, hold on, bruh. Our daughter comes home and says, it was a wedding in school today.
Stop playing.
We say, what? Like, well, first of all, she came and brought it to me first. And as soon as she told me the story, I'm like, your mom is not going to be happy about this one. So she said there was a wedding in school today. I'm like, well, what kind of wedding? I'm like, did the teachers know about this? Yeah, the teachers knew about it. And then she was like, and they kissed twice. I said, wait a minute, what? She was like, yeah, but the teachers didn't know that they kissed, but they knew about the wedding. I said, okay, so the kids just snuck into it. And then she said, it was 2 girls.
What do you mean the teachers knew about the wedding?
Exactly. You said what?
And I still have to call the school.
Yeah.
Thanks for
So
reminding me.
we got a phone call.
Yeah, send an email and the
Yeah,
fax.
Yeah.
So y'all allowing like, mind you, this is a elementary school that goes up to
It's
6th grade.
Upper elementary
Elementary school. That ends at 6th grade. So wait a minute, y'all allow. First of all, I don't forget. Let's take the 2 girls out of the equation for a quick
It
second.
doesn't even matter.
Why are y'all allowing kids to have a wedding
To
in school that
simulate
y'all know about?
weddings.
Secondly, then on top of that, these kids is going and sneaking and kissing, but then it was 2 girls
I don't know.
at an elementary school?
I don't know what to say.
There's
Man.
a lot that goes on in these elementary schools.
There's a man. Listen,
I had to talk with my daughter Jay Lee. She was telling me that it's a little boy who catch the bus at the other corner who wears lip gloss and acts like a girl and everything like that. And I just had to tell her that because kids are cruel. Kids are
That's fuck.
evil and mean individuals.
Very.
Terrible creatures. So they don't develop like all
terrible creatures.
They don't develop like soft skills until they like grow up. They fucking horrible.
I just
They'll
got
tell you all
mine
about
last
yourself.
year.
Yeah, right. You like 45. So I told her like, all right, because she said that a lot of kids in school be asking him if he's gay, and I'm like, Jay Lee, you never, ever, ever ask somebody if they gay. It's none of your
You
business.
look at them and you know
Right.
they're gay.
You know they're gay.
No,
I was thinking the same thing.
Gay.
Give
But I
us
was
like,
like, you never ask anyone with their sexuality. That's rude, and that's a form of bullying. Anybody
Is it?
is that's
To
different.
ask?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
Do you walk? Come on, Wayne. You think it's appropriate to walk up to somebody and ask them their sexuality?
no, but I'm not saying that. I'm not talking about the appropriate, whether it's appropriate or not. I'm
Not-
more saying like, how is it a form of bullying by just
if
asking
you're
a
a
question?
boy and
If
you're
you're-
wearing makeup and
because-
lip gloss and all that, I can ask you.
Man,
if you're
fuck
gay.
that, man. I don't feel like
Yeah,
that
you
is
can't.
wrong.
Yeah.
But,
Well, you can't.
but
You
they
can do
can be
anything
out,
you want.
But they out here.
bullying.
But wait, man, hold on. No, I'm gonna
talking
say it.
about
I'm gonna
kids.
say it. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna probably get some shit in my DM, and I don't care. But they can be out here changing their sales from men to women and not telling men and doing the type of shit that they doing.
We
Like,
talking about
shit.
children, man.
Well,
How's that a form of bullying? That, like, it ain't like I'm like, hey, is you gay? Yeah, and I punch you in your face.
How
Just ask a question.
How do you know that's not gonna happen?
But when does it become a form of bullying by just asking?
Because I'm telling you.
it's not.
So if
It
I be
is.
like, hey man, you gay, and you like, yeah, I'm like, oh, okay.
So
Shit,
all right.
That's
should've
what
got
makes-
bullied.
Here's the thing.
Like,
I'll
I ain't bully you.
give you guys a perfect example. So you guys know that there are plenty of men that have feminine ways that are not gay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if that person goes to school with his feminine ass
Mm-hmm.
twitching, twirling down the hallway,
Well,
and everybody asks this nigga, man, hey, you gay, ain't you? Tell the truth, nigga. You gay. And this person's not gay.
okay.
Are you telling me that that person's not going to go home and feel bullied?
Okay. Oh.
Certain
Right.
type of way.
That's not me asking you, are you gay? Because you're acting gay.
I'm not
I'm
asking
saying
you
if you
coming
tell
from
them like, hey, you gay, ain't you?
if
No,
this person
say
gets
like-
asked,
But you gotta
daily,
think about the
But that
question.
means
Think about what you
no.
said. If you ask somebody, hey, are you gay?
And they say
and then
no.
you leave it alone, I'm not
Right.
talking about that.
Okay.
Y'all are coming from your adult minds.
As
I
a
am talking
child,
about
'cause
children.
as a child, you may be confused, so you want to know, like, hey, I see you twirling.
Right.
Are you gay?
Do kids ever ask anything one time?
No.
Maybe,
They're
maybe
gonna
not.
keep asking.
When it's not
No, it's gonna get to the point where it's gonna be
They're
like,
like, you know what,
no,
nigga, last week I asked
no,
you
no,
if
no.
you was
When
gay.
it
You said
turns,
no.
when it turns
Yeah,
But
into
you got a tutu on the head.
Right, exactly.
But
because
that's
it turns when it
That's not
when it turns
bullying. I
into
am
it's just
confused.
they're gonna tell them like, nigga, you're gay. That's just what they're gonna say.
now
They're
you're
not gonna start
telling you're
asking
gay.
anything anymore.
And
And that's
that's
when I feel
bullying.
like it becomes bullying. But you said that is bullying to ask.
Okay,
And
so
it's
let
not.
me
Well,
clearly
stop
you guys are
twirling.
partners.
Stop.
So the thing is, it's not for you to decide if I'm being bullied. That's the part that you guys are missing.
But no, you acting gay.
It's for me to decide.
Now you're being a different
Now
type of
you're
gay.
And the school to decide.
And it has nothing to do with your sexuality.
I'm just being honest. This is an ultra sensitive society. We don't live in a society
That's the
where
problem.
bullying is
That's the problem.
okay.
I got bullied
Teasing
as a
is
kid,
bullying.
and it wasn't because they were asking me if I was gay.
So
That's the
expect
problem.
so
And now
expect
she
it now.
bullies me.
Exactly. Nigga, make another drink, motherfucker. What's wrong with you?
You gonna get up, yeah, do it.
So
Thanks,
it's
babe.
like, no, it's not you, me.
It's not about you, babe.
It's all about the person receiving as opposed to the person that's giving anything
Not
out.
necessarily, because if someone can just say something to me and I'm just ultra sensitive, I can just say, "Hey, you're bullying me."
Yes. Remember, we're talking about children. Yes.
No.
You can absolutely say that.
But that doesn't mean
That'd
I
be
am
wild,
getting bullied just
It
because
do-
that's my perception.
It also doesn't matter.
And
that's-
you sound gay. No,
That's the reality of it.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the reality of it.
Yeah, that's true.
All I'm
I
saying,
know.
that's the reality. It's like
I
we don't live in that hard ass society we use. This is a soft
It's
ass
so
society.
different. It's so different.
If you say
now.
you're getting bullied, these schools, let a kid come to the principal office and say this person's bullying me. They taking all time. They might call the police.
Please.
It's different.
They,
It's
they
different.
only gonna
No,
do
I
something
agree.
about
It's
it.
different.
They gonna do
Definitely
something about it depending on the kid that's getting bullied and depending on what kid is doing the bullying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we have two different opinions on.
No. That ain't even my opinion. That's my experience, just from something I just recently been going through with one
But
of
that's
my
a
own
racial.
kids.
That's a racial thing.
Yeah,
That's a racial thing.
yeah.
And when you know, we all know it's Black History Month. When it comes to race, white wins, regardless of the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So we agree to
We
agree
all
on that.
we all are in the same place with that.
All right. So what are we looking at? It's about that time.
Oh Lord.
It's time for top 5.
Oh man, we ain't gonna do the suffering woman.
Oh shit!
Hey,
My man.
man, I'm trying to
I
get
don't
this.
know what that
Yes.
You gonna find out.
I don't either. This is why you're here. So
I know what it means.
So everybody, yeah, she been hearing about it. This is why I had to come up with
That's
the
why
code
I'm
word.
like, man, let's get off that shit
All right,
and let's
let's
get
go.
to the real
This
shit.
is how we came up with the code word.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This is how conversations got started. So, all right. We had Suffering Man versus Dead Man as the title of the show. And I asked everyone here, Dwayne put together a group chat. And I had to ask the question.
Wait, wasn't it? Oh, you just said tonight. You ain't say it originally.
No, I didn't say it.
Okay.
What is the woman's version of suffering and dead when it comes to sex and marriage? I've been asking my wife since
The
last week.
suffering woman and the dead woman.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Okay, so
I
should
don't
we?
watch
Go ahead, Wayne. Take it away.
Okay, so
Break it down.
Take it away.
when this question was originally asked to me, it was when you hear sex and marriage and you say
Y'all talk.
the suffering man and the dead man. You know, what does that mean to you? So when I originally heard it, I looked at it as the suffering man is the man that is not necessarily getting sex as often as he should
As
be,
he
or
wants it.
at all. And the dead man would be the man that they set up there and went and stepped outside of his marriage, and then either got caught and got his head busted open, or just then got caught and just lost his whole family due to his actions. So it was coming down to, would you rather be a suffering man or a dead man?
I don't think we don't have those problems.
And that was the question.
There you go. I tried to tell Justin
Yeah.
that, and he looked at me. I'm like, your reasoning is different than my reasoning. It's different.
Yeah, we don't have those
It's
problems.
just
Wait
different.
a minute, hold on.
Y'all are
I
different
need to
than
wait
us.
until the host of the show
Let
comes
his ass
back
stay in the
for this.
bathroom. Let's talk
Let us-
about it.
Okay, well, let's talk about it. So you mean to tell me, y'all women don't suffer in marriages or relationships?
Not from lack of sex.
I agree. Not from lack of sex. Lack of sex. I agree.
So there is no suffering woman. So
Not sexually related.
okay. So if y'all don't mind me kind of like changing this around a little bit, where would y'all say that women would fall into the category of the suffering woman or the dead woman?
The man that may not provide, a lazy man, the one that doesn't do things around the house or take care of his family or business or things like that.
Okay.
We got that, and then we got some women too that are really freaks too. So
Yeah.
they may be suffering like a man
But that's not.
does, but it's not usually the situation.
Yeah,
Though.
yeah.
It's not usually the situation.
Y'all on some bullshit, I can tell. I can tell. Ain't nobody answer shit.
Hey, look.
No, you
We
gotta
just
listen
said
to Rachel's.
We don't have those problems.
Answer.
We don't suffer in the same way that you guys.
Okay,
It's
so
different.
what way do you suffer?
That's what I just asked him, and with
We
my
was
wife.
We
suffer-
don't expect it to be the same.
Okay, so can you, do you mind repeating
Yeah.
what you just said?
Our way of suffering would be from a man who may not take care of business, a lazy man,
Oh, you
one who's not providing the way he should, or taking care of his responsibilities the way that he should, or just being lazy. That will be our suffering, that we're doing too much around the house. But as far as lack of sex, we don't have that. We don't have that problem.
holy fuck now. Hold on, wait a second.
That's how I answered
So
earlier today.
basic. No, you didn't. I'm gonna give your answer because you be on some.
Let her
bullshit
give her
shit.
answer. I want
Yeah, because she be on some, but she don't really want to talk. So let me say this. The question was, what's the female version of suffering and dead when it comes to sex and marriage? So basically,
We
what you
don't
guys
have that
have,
problem.
what you guys have confirmed for me is what I thought all along.
Y'all
Which is,
don't.
which is the basic difference between men and women. See,
Yeah.
now we uncovered some shit, Wayne.
We have.
They didn't think this was gonna happen. This is real truth that we fucking discovering right now.
Okay.
When it comes to
This
sex.
ain't new to me, but I'm
It's
gonna
not
go ahead.
new.
Yeah, this ain't new. Go ahead. No, when I say this ain't new to me, I'm talking about
It ain't new to me either.
like
Nigga, you know.
I don't get nothing.
I'm tired. Okay.
when I said this ain't new
She'd
to me,
rather
I'm
sleep.
not even
Yes.
necessarily talking about my wife.
I'm talking
I'm
about
talking
mine.
about
She's
I would
right
like to
here.
sleep sometimes.
She doesn't. Nigga, sleeping is more important than sex. So here we go.
Sometimes.
Now we're really about to uncover some shit.
Oh shit.
Oh Lord.
We're really uncovering some shit.
it just
man.
kills me all of the women out there to be bullshitting. Like I'm gonna just
Thank
keep it
you.
all the
Go
way
ahead,
real.
say it, Wayne. I
I'm
know
gonna
where
keep
you're
it all the
going.
way real. All you women out there that first of all, let me say single women. Because there's always the single motherfuckers that be out there talking about
That's
all the
because
shit.
you don't have access.
Yeah, you
to
know,
it all the
you
time.
don't have it going
So
on.
you are ready
Right.
for
And so-
more than.
So they talk all that
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and trust me, when you help us get into a real relationship with a real man, y'all gonna do the same shit. Let's just be
True.
all the way real. Y'all say that shit because I guarantee you that if you're doing very, very well in that department, you fucking up real bad somewhere else. Let me just put that out there. Like if you are being
I
a great,
believe you.
if you're being a great mother and you're doing all the other things that you're supposed to do in a marriage, and on top of that, you are just
Your
dominant
cooking
in
skills
the
are trash.
Man, listen, there is something like
Your dusting skills are horrible.
it's something that's fucked up about you.
Wait a minute.
If you are doing everything right in every other department and you still putting it down on a consistent basis
That's
in the
a unicorn.
bedroom, huh?
That's a unicorn.
No, that ain't no goddamn unicorn. That's a transvestite.
That's Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh,
Wait a minute
I don't
now.
know.
You should
I
pause
don't
on
know.
that one. No.
Possibly.
Man, listen,
She got them shoulders.
listen.
She got them shoulders.
All
He is
I'm
tall.
saying,
Tall.
all I'm saying is that I think that I honestly believe that every woman goes through it, and if she's not going through it, more than likely she's a trophy wife. And when I say that, I mean it in a way of like she does not have to do shit else but fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
That's what
true.
I mean.
Okay.
That's
She's just around to be
But
beautiful.
where's the balance?
and to do it, and that means that you got somebody
Well,
that's cleaning the
take
house,
care of
a
everything
chef
and
that's
let me be a
cooking.
trophy wife.
Take
But what's
care of
the
the
balance
kids,
look like
everything.
though?
I look good and I'm fucking.
I don't need you to look good.
But see, here's the thing.
A lot.
Here's the thing. You got some out there that ain't got
Fuck.
to do. You got some out there that ain't got to do nothing but look good and fuck, and they still ain't doing it right.
I don't need an arm piece. Somebody to be like, ooh, look at his broad.
That's because
What do you
we desire real women.
Right.
That means you're not going to have sex all the time.
No. That is not allowed.
Wait a minute. I got a question for the women.
So these motherfuckers is basically saying they don't suffer and they ain't dead. So why we gotta suffer and be dead, bruh?
So check this out.
We gotta die?
I'm glad you just asked that question.
Slowly?
Because here's my question.
I wish you would die.
Oh.
You want me to die?
No, I don't want you
You
to die.
just said it.
So
Wayne's
if you be
explanation
quiet,
of
if it makes
dying,
you
you
quiet-
better not be dying.
Oh.
I got a question for you two niggas.
I blinked hard.
And I'm gonna say you two niggas.
I don't know that.
So, y'all gave y'all explanations for what would be considered a dying woman.
You feel me?
No, we didn't.
No,
say
we
dying.
didn't. We didn't respond to that.
A suffering woman. Excuse
Okay.
me.
Suffering.
A suffering woman. Y'all gave
There
your
we go, Wayne.
y'all
Get
gave
into
your
it.
definitions of
Get
what would
into
be a
it.
suffering woman.
Okay.
Get them
All
together,
right.
Wayne.
So now, in my personal opinion, I feel like that me knowing you two, if y'all had to be that type of suffering woman, I do not believe that y'all would remain with the husbands that it is that y'all have. So with that being said,
Wow, I know where you're going.
with that being said,
Okay.
with that being said, why is it okay for women to not have to be those suffering women, but the men have to be suffering men?
My nigga.
Y'all don't have to be.
Nobody has to do anything.
Nobody has to do anything,
Exactly.
but
The
what
alternative
I'm
is
saying,
divorce and a whole lot of loss of
that men go above
Because
and
it's
beyond.
cheaper to keep her.
What? Whoa! So what about? First of all, you gonna get kicked in your whole ass later for that comment. I'm just telling you that right now.
They don't even know that they're
the point is, the
proving
point
my
of what I'm
argument.
trying to say is that, like, I'm gonna speak for my the host of the show, and I'm gonna speak for myself, and I'm gonna speak for the other men that I know that are like us in the way of wanting to be able to do the proper things in their marriages to be able to make our wives happy. They say happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
All right. So why are these wives taking advantage of that in the way of being like, hey, you know what? I'm happy. I'm so goddamn happy that I ain't fucking tonight. Don't you turn your head away. Don't you turn your head away.
I'm so happy.
Because
I'm
I'm gonna
sleepy.
be because I'm gonna let y'all in on a very
just so happy.
I'm gonna let y'all know. Listen. I'm gonna let y'all know, and I'm gonna let the rest of the married women out there know. Men that are good men, we are only good men because we want to have sex.
That is kind of true, though. I agree with that.
So when we doing what we supposed to do, and then next thing you know, y'all like, yeah, so I'm just mad tonight.
I give you a
Man.
massage.
Huh?
I'll rub you down.
I do agree. He is happier
That's true.
when the sex is.
Hey, listen,
Alive.
me and my wife just
I
recently
agree.
had a conversation because she can always tell when I need to have sex because I'm grouchy
Oh
and
my
mean.
God.
And
Wait,
I'm like, if you don't want me to be grouchy and mean, look,
Y'all didn't know
am I
this.
lying?
That's true.
true.
Let me say something to y'all.
So why do, if women know that, why not just do it? Go
Let me
ahead,
just say
go ahead,
something
you
real
got it.
quick. Men have menstruals too.
Yeah.
It's
More
when
than
we-
women.
y'all
More
do.
than
It's when
women.
we don't have sex.
More
Yeah,
than women.
that is
If a
true.
nigga
Wait a minute,
is
if you-
groggy, if a nigga is acting up, nigga got attitude for no reason, nigga short with his
Wait
ass.
Wait a minute, did you hear what my
You
wife
ain't getting no
said?
pussy.
She said men have menstruals more than women. If that's the case,
You can't.
then
You can't fuck on your period.
You can. You
We
can.
can't.
wait a minute.
We can't.
Hold on.
Right.
You
But
can't.
here's my thing.
Ew.
Here's my thing. If women are getting it in numerous amount of times during the time that they're not on their periods, then when the period comes, shit, we done loaded up. We like a squirrel in the wintertime, nigga. I done went and loaded up my food. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Well,
Them
so-
3 to 7, however many
so
days
how-
it is, we
so-
good.
So how many times is good enough for you?
Look at this. My bad. My bad.
This is my
Boom.
movie too.
Look, that's what I'm saying.
Boom. This is my shit. Boom. That's my shit right
I had to kill this nigga, man.
Regard.
But anyway, back to the topic.
Okay.
Wait a minute, what was the question you asked, man?
I'll be booming you.
Yeah, she do this type of shit to. Do you do this type
Look
of
at this
shit
nigga
to
watching his wife get boomed. Fuck you.
Wait a minute,
Justin.
like she got to come run up behind me and do all kind of stupid shit to me and stuff. Does she do that shit to you, or she know better?
You know.
What did she do?
Like she come run up to me like women. Why do
She
women
grab
think
your
it's
booty?
funny to
I
come
do.
grab the booty, come and hump
I
you,
come
and you?
behind him and
I'll
I'll boom him.
nipple.
She do this shit to me too.
I
How you
come
feel about it?
behind him and be like,
I don't like nipples. Don't touch my nipples.
Boom.
And don't touch my ass.
But she gonna still do it anyway.
And she thinks it's funny.
Yeah, they get a kick out of this shit.
I do.
They do this type of shit,
See,
but
like,
then-
we gotta turn them on, but they can turn us off, and it's funny. This shit don't make no sense, bro. This is what we talking about when I bring up polygamy to my wife, and she thinks I'm fucking around. Polygamy will work.
For
It's
who?
for everyone, for the world.
For the world. No.
It's supposed to be that way.
Well, then do it.
I would love to.
Well, then what's stopping you?
He
She
not.
is.
Exactly.
Like, what do you mean? In order to have polygamy, you have to have agreement.
Okay, well, you can polygamize with other people.
No, I can't.
Exactly, so shut up.
Hey,
No.
I would do
No.
that to you.
No.
Don't talk to my host like that.
This is a real.
Better.
Okay.
Look, she don't like polygamy.
I don't like polygamy either.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
not against polygamy if that works for those
No,
people.
let me put it.
Do polygamy
Don't be
work for?
married to me and then talk about polygamy.
Let me
So
put
I
it to
can't
a
talk to
woman's.
you about polygamy.
So let me put it to a woman's standpoint.
Okay, that face says it all.
If I,
That face says it all.
because Shirley loves to talk about what the fuck I don't do.
Oh, okay, which is probably a lot.
So if I don't
First of
do a
all,
lot,
watch your mouth.
I'm glad she's here.
if I
You ain't gonna.
No, she's not
You ain't
really-
gonna bash my nigga on the
she's
show.
helping my point.
Okay.
Shirley don't even know. You're helping my point.
So you want to, she can have other husbands.
God damn it, you can.
Oh, then you gay.
If you gotta what y'all missing is
He's the elephant in the
Oh
room.
shit!
when you have
You're a unicorn to them.
I've been a unicorn.
Shit!
Alright.
That's why this shit up there.
Oh, it is a rainbow.
I'm trying to tell you. If
Okay.
you
What did I walk into?
ain't getting something in an area and someone else can provide that,
Okay.
that's polygamy. You don't marry the same person
If
when
I
you
have
have
multiple
polygamy.
husbands, we
So
all doing it at the same time.
So
that's
you
nasty. Nobody does that.
I'm just
You don't want
saying.
trains
Hey.
run on you. That's a
If you
train.
That's a fucking train.
Wait.
It's not a
Wayne
train.
That's a train.
Like, Eddie, get shit the fuck out, man. What the fuck did you just say?
I have multiple husbands.
Wait,
we're
wait,
doing
wait.
it at the same time.
Oh my god.
That's not a train.
Oh my god.
If you have multiple wives,
Oh my god. Wait.
Oh man, the days.
Hold on. Wayne trades.
Wayne trains.
It's no accident.
What?
Oh my god.
If you have multiple wives, you want to do it
Episode 59 is fucked up.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, no.
Go ahead,
If
Rachel.
you have multiple wives, you wouldn't want to do it to them. at the
No.
same time?
No, that's not. That's
Have
not.
you ever seen Sister Wives? They don't have orgies.
Yeah, no.
Oh, well, that's stupid.
Well,
Wait, y'all gotta have a conversation.
No.
When y'all go home, y'all gotta have a separate conversation.
Okay, no. Let me say this. First of all, let me just be all the way real. She's being an asshole for one. Secondly, she said she is totally a non-believer in
Y'all know
polygamy.
I'm not editing
She's trying to be an asshole in the way of like.
I'm okay with
she's-
polygamy if that works for them.
It don't work for her.
Right. Yeah.
But she feels like if it's polygamy, are you open to just being like you gonna fuck all your wives at the
Polygamy
same time,
ain't
or
all
can she
about
fuck
sex.
all her
Okay.
husbands?
It's not all about sex.
I just said if I were to have multiple husbands,
That's what you
don't
gonna
want
be
the
down
train.
it's not a train.
It is.
It's not.
So you got bisexual men as husbands?
No, they're not gonna. They're just both pleasuring me at the same time.
It's a train.
not
How is that
a train.
possible? You don't have that many body parts.
We got a lot of body
After the
parts.
next.
No.
Oh, you like trains too?
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
She just said what after the next. Y'all women have no idea what
Hey,
y'all
but
talking
you want to know what's crazy?
They have no idea what they're talking
Wait, no,
about.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy.
That's
what
hilarious.
I've noticed about a lot of women
She said what
is that women
Actually,
have
that's a
train. Choo choo
I was saying at the same time. That's not a train.
But this is something I noticed. A lot of women to like dispute this thing with men. Like, think about how many conversations we have with women about it. Like, man, we'll say if it's two women and one dude,
Right,
what we call it? We call it what? If it's two women and it's one man, we call it a menage a trois.
Menage.
If it's two men and a woman, we call it what?
And
It's a
that's not
train.
true.
And women do not agree with us
Now,
on
if
that.
it- if
They
it-
look at like, no, nigga, we running a train on you the same way you running a train on us. That's how they want to feel, but that's not the case.
Wait.
I'm the hammer,
That's
you're
not-
the nail.
It's
You
only-
can never, the nail can never run a train on the hammer. Y'all just sound silly.
One after another. If somebody's pleasuring me up here, somebody's pleasuring me down here, that's a menage a trois.
No, it's not. That's a train. If it's two men and a woman,
somebody's
that's a
doing
train.
it to me, and then they finish in the next
So
person
if
does
he
it,
in the
then that's
back-
a train.
If I'm in
Are
the
you
back
fucking
and
kidding
then
me?
he in the rear, what is that?
What if I'm
You getting pleasure at the
what
same
if I'm
time?
on top of you and I'm kissing him? That's not a train.
It is a train because it's two men. Because he's going next regardless.
Exactly.
He's still gonna go.
What if he doesn't
He's still going at some point.
penetrate me? What if the only one person is penetrating me, but the other person is?
But more than likely, if it's two men and it's one woman, both of them fucking.
No, that's not more than likely. And that's
Rachel,
how I allowed
the
that to
part,
happen.
the key word that y'all
See, you
missing-
speaking hypothetically.
Is that-
We
No,
speaking
I'm
from
speaking in-
knowing what has to happen actually
Well,
happen out here.
I'm also speaking by their words. You said next.
She
If
said
the nigga
next.
say, if you
I
going
said
next,
at the same time. That's not a trend.
but you,
No, it's not.
Double penetration is not a trend.
holy fucktards. What's your porno search
What the
look
fuck
like?
is that? Hey, you know what? Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, but that's a good question. That was
Search bar.
Wait a minute, hold on. That's a good question because that was
She said
something I
DP.
wanted to ask. Right, she went there.
What if it's a cuckold?
Shut the fuck up. You making me look bad.
It's making you look bad.
Hey, but wait a minute, I do want to ask. Wait a minute. So how do y'all feel about this?
Knees weak, arms
How do y'all
spaghetti.
Edit this. Cut this
No,
out.
it's not gonna be edited. But wait a minute.
I don't have enough time to edit all this shit.
How do y'all feel about y'all men watching porn?
Ooh, damn, Wayne, now you getting juicy.
Because I'm asking this question: if women are okay,
Get 'em,
with saying that men are going to be suffering men, how do y'all feel about those suffering men watching porn
I have mixed
to compensate?
emotions.
And the Explore page on Instagram.
That's just weird. Like you a
I'm
teenager?
not- I
put
didn't
my
say-
son on the
I didn't say nothing about
that.
But yes, as a matter of fact, and I'm going to move the mic over to my wife, and I'm going to let my wife and the host of the show, wife, speak on this
I have
topic.
mixed
You have what?
feelings
Speaking to the mic, please.
about it. I have mixed.
No,
feelings.
seriously.
Yeah, this is the last question. This is the last question because we're going to get to the top 5.
Yeah.
That was a good question.
That
I
was
got to
a
let
good
this one
question.
ride.
Okay.
This one got to ride.
Shirley.
No, you first.
Let's see what kind of selfish shit is about to be said here.
A lot.
I do talk shit about you watching porn.
Wait a minute. First of all, those I didn't say I watch
But
porn. I'm
I would
asking you a
rather
question.
You was talking about in
I
general.
would rather you watch porn than have sex with someone else.
That's some
And then
real
I
shit.
wouldn't want you to watch porn and like if you want your search history has to be like me. It
Oh,
has to,
hell
like,
no.
Be like half
So
black,
you
half
mean
Latina woman.
so you mean to tell me that if you check my history and
It
you
has
see
to
that I'm watching midget porn, you gonna have a problem with that?
Yes, because that's
God
hard.
damn it!
They have
I
to
would
watch
love.
myself.
I would love to hear Shirley's answer on this.
I'm okay with it actually. You can go ahead and watch that. As
So
long
you know
as
I've been suffering, right? You see, she has no problem with a nigga down
I'm
this
okay
bitch.
with the porn.
I'd rather
I'm
that
okay.
than
I don't really
have
care
sex
about
with
just
someone
watching
else.
something. I
Yeah.
don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really care about that.
Easy.
And there you have it,
Easy
people.
peasy.
You know what? And I
That's
can
why I tell
appreciate-
niggas don't get married.
No,
I don't
actually,
tell-
I was just talking
No, I
about
do
that with
tell
a
niggas that.
coworker.
You was just talking about that with a coworker.
because she said that she had, even a friend of mine, that they have more sex while they were single and dating than they did when they were married.
Do not get married.
And we made a joke like, well, shit, why did the men even get married? And we started laughing. Ha, ha,
Because
ha,
the
evil laugh,
women
and,
are
you know.
pressured into this whole societal bullshit of marriage. It's not real.
Nigga,
So why
you
don't you
asked
get-
me.
why don't
Wait a
you
minute.
divorce
You.
then?
How did
No.
y'all have more sex
You
while
put
y'all
my
were
hand
single
behind
than
my
y'all?
back.
Did
How do
not.
y'all have more sex single than y'all do married?
Personally, I did not, but me and you did have more sex while we were dating than we do.
Because it's the whole
Y'all motherfuckers-
courtship. Y'all
Yeah.
love the world being
They just be out in this bitch
surrounded
surrounded
about
open.
Y'all love
Then they get
everything
married and they like,
around
got
y'all.
your
But
ass.
we wasn't with each other 24 hours a day.
All the time.
We looked forward to it, and I was like, I'll see you tomorrow. Ain't going nowhere. Hey,
So-
what's up in the morning? Oh,
Y'all
that's
better
all
watch
right.
yourself.
Well,
Okay.
Y'all better watch
Here's the
yourself.
question.
It's
Here's the question to y'all.
It's about to be a lot
Watch
of
out.
intercourse
Question to
going
y'all.
on these next
How
couple
do
of
y'all
days. I tell
feel?
you that much.
Okay, wait. How do y'all feel
Lot of
as
conversations.
married men if we were to say, okay, y'all feel like y'all suffering, take it when you want it? Would y'all feel uncomfortable with
Yes,
that?
I do.
Why do you feel
I do
uncomfortable?
not. My discomfort would come from being
It's a whole lot.
denied when I go to take it.
It's a whole lot of discomfort in that.
Because y'all say that shit, but it's not gonna happen.
Thank you.
Shut up.
How do you know that if you never tried?
Who said we haven't tried?
Nobody wants to take sleeping pussy.
Why?
Why not?
Because it's
Y'all-
not
y'all
good.
dying
First of
niggas.
all, first of
She
all,
said yes. It is.
first of all, what we supposed to take sleeping pussy for y'all to sit up there and deny it and then
How do
wake
you
up
know
the,
we're gonna
wait,
deny
hold
it?
and then wake up the next day and be like, I was asleep. I don't even remember that shit.
What the fuck
happening.
was wrong with you?
Get the
Why you got
fuck-
attitude? You the one creeping up behind me while I'm sleeping, snoring.
They They're fake.
We fake. Yeah.
But-
Have you ever tried it?
But the whole thing is, the conversation shouldn't even come down to a nigga having to sneak and take some pussy.
Who said sneak? Just take it. Like,
What
just
do you mean?
I agree.
Just do it. Like,
What do you mean?
in your mind, you're feeling like, oh, she don't want to do it. Okay, if you just nigga take it, we might like it.
You might. Keyword might. I'm not a dummy.
Well,
you?
you're
Like
not.
it,
I'm not a dummy.
Okay, well, you'll just be
I
clueless.
was in English.
I'm
class
never
with you,
clueless
you
either.
sure?
I'm just suffering. I know what my words are. Shirley.
Justin.
I've been fucking with you since I was 15. 16, actually. So don't you come down here fucking with me at the JMatt
Just
show.
be a suffering than a dead nigga then.
I've been both. Suffering, dead, deceased,
Back alive.
right, buried alive. I've been
Whatever.
all them shits, man. This is why we talking about it. But anyway, fuck what y'all talking about.
What are you looking at?
I don't want to be suffering or dead. I just want to be happy.
I know that's right.
Happy. All right, let's get to the top 5. All right. Now, for anybody who doesn't know the rules of top 5 and the purpose of top 5, when we eliminate one from the category, the idea is to have the last one you pick be the one that you want to live with forever. So if all black sitcoms went away, basically like the top 5 that we have is the only black sitcoms ever in the world, and you have to reduce
I
those
would've
down
done Rachel.
to your number 1
Okay.
and choose, all right, if I'm going to live with one black sitcom ever, this is the one. So with this, we have our list. Now, I took a poll, and I tried to get people to participate. Me and Wayne have a system. We have group chats. Men are in these group
You have
chats.
group chats?
Yes.
Okay.
So we posed a question to our group chat. Him and his group of friends. Me and my group of friends also posed.
We friends too, but you know, we just
Yeah.
got some other friends too.
Yeah.
What?
It's complicated.
Right.
So
Okay.
what we do is, or what I do is, I take all those results and I tally them up. Now I'm proud to say that the top 5 we ended up with is my top 5 list actually.
Yeah, that kind of
You're a
fucked me
bully.
up and pissed me off
That's
too.
not mine.
He's a bully.
It's not mine.
Like I just said, I tallied up all the scores, all the votes for each show, and that's what we have. And then below I have the honorable mentions. So, without further ado, top 5 that we have today for black sitcoms. Number 1.
This was number 1, or is this in any particular order?
It's actually in order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
So we have a tie for number 1. Fresh Prince
That's my number 1.
and Martin.
Martin's my
My
number
number
1.
Those were tied for number 1 with the most votes. Third we have Family Matters. Number 4 we got The Cosby Show.
That would be my number 3.
And number 5 we have A Different World.
That's
That
my number
wasn't on
1.
my list.
Family Matters and Different World wouldn't even been on my list,
Different
but
World
it
was
is what it
on
is.
my list.
Before I continue, I'll just go ahead and say the honorable mentions now. Good Times
No.
came in with a few votes. Girlfriends
That was on my list.
had a few votes.
Of course, that would be on y'all's list.
And My Wife and Kids.
That was on
Yeah.
my list.
That was an
That
honorable
on my-
mention of mine.
Where's
Blackish,
the game?
Blackish,
And the
Blackish,
game. Thank
Where's
you.
the game at?
Blackish finished off my top 5.
Blackish is an honorable mention.
Hey, I'm a family man at this point, so
I like Blackish, but it hasn't been around
my
that long.
honorable
though.
mentions was Living Single and Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
It was so basically
So many.
I like this
Yeah.
category, or not this category, but this topic, because there's it made everybody think of how many good black
That's
shows
true.
that we have, and you kind of like you reminisce and you think
Yeah.
about it like Black History Month. Like, man, we really did have a lot of really good.
We had a lot. I didn't realize
A
how
lot.
many we had until it was time to like really
So
like
think about it.
Damn.
Like
And it's
top
still
5, I
more
need
out
more.
Yeah, it was tough.
There's still
It was
more
tough.
out there that
Yeah.
we didn't really mention, but honestly, with this list, because it's my top 5, it does mean a lot to me, and I'm actually happy with those on that list because of the longevity too. Those shows were on. Each
Yeah.
one of those shows was on for over 10
So
years.
I still fall asleep to 2 of them shows every night.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
Fresh
to kick it
Prince.
off,
Yeah.
we go from left to right. So Shirley,
Mm-hmm.
you were going to start out of those top 5. Who are you taking off the list first, and why?
Okay. Those top
Excuse
5
me.
up there.
Yes.
Okay. I would probably take off. Sheesh. The Cosby Show.
Oh shit!
I don't know
What?
why. I mean, I love the Cosby Show,
Wow.
but I like the other ones better.
Okay.
I was definitely a fan of.
That hurt my chest.
I was not expecting
I mean, it
that.
was
wasn't
good,
expecting
but
that.
That was like Kyle getting rid of Boys to Men with the other. God
This
damn.
is mine.
What kind of
Okay.
woman
I
did
got
you
you.
marry?
So I would say A Different World.
No,
just the one.
Just the one.
Okay. I would
We
start
gonna
off with
go at a
Cosby Show then.
Shit.
Whew. All right, Rachel.
I would probably get rid of A Different World.
Why?
Because Family Matters, it would be between those two. But Family
Well,
Matters.
don't give us your number one, but
No, it would be. I would get rid of either Family Matters or A Different World. And Family Matters just takes me back to like TGIF as a kid. You know, gives me that nostalgia.
Yeah. All right. So okay.
I
haven't even thought
gotta
about
say I'm in a agreement with my wife. I gotta let A Different World go. I'm letting A Different World go first because during that era, I wasn't to that college life yet. So it was a cool show because it was like, all right, Denise went on from, the Cosby Show, went to A Different World, but I was still in a childhood era where it was just like, Different World was cool, but it just didn't hit me during that time like the rest of the shows did.
Oh, y'all are surprising the shit out of me. I didn't realize this. I'm going with,
Family
and I
Matters.
didn't even think about this before today. I never even thought about it. I'm going with Family
I
Matters.
knew it.
All right.
Family Matters.
I ain't mad at that.
Family Matters is going on first, only because, honestly, out of all those shows up there, if the reruns came on, that's the last one I would turn to.
To turn.
That's
And
a
that's
good
kind of true
point.
because I
That's
would
a
watch
good-
A Different World now.
That's a good reason.
That's the
a good
last
reason.
one I would put on. Like,
That's actually a good.
even though
rationale
it was
to
a
that.
great, I love Family Matters for the lessons and the family show. Like it was you ain't see too many black family shows on, and it was on for a long time
It
too. You got to
was.
see the characters develop and all that.
That's true.
But I wouldn't watch any reruns. So
I
that's
would watch it
I
with
got
my
you.
kids.
Okay.
all right, Shirley.
I would go with Family Matters next for me. I
Why?
would definitely go to Family Matters. Because all the other shows, just like you said, I could like just sit there and watch them constantly, back to back to back. I don't think I could do that with Family Matters next.
So you got
And you
Fresh
know what I
Prince,
would-
Martin, and Cosby Show left.
No, she
That's
got rid
a
of
Cosby
Oh, you
Show
said
way. I did. And that
Shit.
was wrong of me now that I'm thinking about it. I think I was just the first person. I would probably watch a lot of reruns of Cosby Show. So I probably would have went originally with taking away Family Members first. Family Matters first.
So are you redoing this?
I am. Just
So
because
you
I
want
can.
Family Matters first now,
She
and then
said
what
that I
else?
can.
What's second?
So I would do Family Matters first. Second will probably be
Cosby Show.
Cosby Show. It would
So
be
you basically
Cosby
keeping
Show.
it the same.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just switching it a little bit. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
What you got, Rachel?
Family Matters.
You want Family Matters next? Okay.
So you
Any
took
re-
off.
any particular
so you
reason?
took
I
off
took off Different World and Family Matters.
Okay.
Same thing. I'm going in the same order. Family Matters will be my next one because right now I don't really give a shit about Steve or
Urkel.
Stefan. Really good. Like I'm good on either one of them. But man, I do like your point that you made in the first round, where it's saying that right now, A Different World. But I'll be honest with you, I would actually take Grownish over A Different World right now.
That's my shit, what?
Hey, I'm gonna be all the way real.
I love Grownish.
Like if I
That's my
if I
stuff.
had to make a choice, I would take Grownish over A Different World.
I
But,
love
you know,
Grownish. That's my shit right now.
Grownish.
That's
You
my
like Grownish
stuff.
over Blackish?
I like Grownish over A Different World.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah, I like Grownish over A Different World.
I love me some Grownish.
I don't like that.
I love me some Grownish.
Nobody gives a shit,
Grownish
Shirley.
dope.
That's
Grownish dope.
my shit.
Nobody
That's why
gives a
you're
shit.
suffering.
Shirley wanted to relive her college days. That's all.
Nobody said that. I just like
No,
the
it's just-
show.
it's just-
I don't care what you said. I like the show.
The show's dope.
Whatever.
She
Wayne,
keep-
you next.
Little girl, keep that.
No, I just went.
It's my
No.
turn.
Yeah.
Boy.
Alright, fuck, this hard. So I got Fresh Prince Martin. Alright, now this is hard. I didn't think about this.
Woo!
Yeah.
I didn't think
This
about
one is hard.
Take off A Different World and keep it moving.
Mm-mm.
Wait a minute, hold on. Different World. He already got rid of that,
it.
didn't
No,
No,
I
he
got
got
rid
rid
of
of
Family
Family
Matters.
Matters.
And what else?
What was your first one?
Oh, this is
was
the
it.
second round.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, bro. I didn't think about this. I should have thought about this. Fuck, man.
Disagree with everyone.
I'm gonna have to. Damn.
Pick one. Pick one.
Are you
All
kidding
right,
me?
man. I'm gonna go with. I'm
Different
gonna go
world.
with a different world.
Yeah. You got to. Come on.
No, I don't have to.
Okay, we'll go with something else.
A different world. I'm gonna take that one off.
Without Cosby Show, there is no different world.
Exactly.
I don't
So
care
that's
what
why
y'all
I'm taking
say.
it off.
My
There's
turn.
no other reason why I'm taking it off.
Okay.
I don't
good
care
enough.
what y'all say. So mine is next. So I got rid of Cosby Show and Family Matters. I think I will go with, because Different World is one of my faves. Ooh,
You just started up. I don't care what y'all say. So you better
I
have
don't.
an answer.
shut up. I would go with Fresh Prince because I like Different World over Fresh Prince.
Whoa.
And that's me because that's mine.
Whoa.
Surely.
Wait a minute. So your first two eliminations was Family Matters and what?
In Cosby Show.
Damn.
I love A Different World. I do.
I ain't
So
mad.
clearly
I
she's
do.
basically
So
saying
that's
that
why
Different World is her
that's why you was
Yeah.
tripping when I said I take Grownish over a different world.
I
I get
love
it.
Grownish.
I get it.
That's my shit.
I get it.
Okay.
So clearly Shirley is showing that she has affinity for college programs.
And it's crazy because but you know what? It's crazy because
like I'm wrong. She telling me like I'm wrong.
Shut up.
because the way that you view
'cause you
different
didn't go
world
to
and stuff,
college,
I view Blackish and Grownish
Oh, with the
as the
community.
modern day Cosby Show
You don't got
and
no shows
different
about
world.
that.
I got you.
And I just happen to like
Yes.
the
Just call it
Grownish
life.
version.
Of the, yeah.
That better than different world, but Cosby Show I can't. Yeah.
Well, I'm getting rid of Cosby
excuse
Show
me.
now.
What?
Okay.
I mean, that I have to leave Fresh Prince.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm just overreacting. I'm just emotional about this. I'm really
all
attached.
individual
I'm really
opinions.
attached to all
So
these
you
shows.
think Bill Cosby is innocent?
Oh my God! You about to
That's a
come on? You
whole
about to
nother
start a whole.
Okay,
You
so
ain't if
I'm
you ain't coming back
that's
next
a whole
week. You
nother
gotta
show.
chill.
All right, then I'm gonna
How
get
you
rid of
make that leap?
Cosby.
That's
Show.
a whole nother show.
And I like Cosby Show.
I do.
Oh man.
Fuck, bro. This is hard.
Oh man, I gotta.
But Fresh Prince of Martin is hilarious.
Shit.
Girl.
Listen. When I tell you,
This is hard, bro.
When
This
I tell
is hard.
when I tell you, man.
I already know you're number one, so go on and get rid of your number three.
Damn, this hard, bro. I don't want to see none of them bitches go.
I
Shit.
know.
I want to keep
know.
all three of
Yeah,
mine.
And so
Still gonna be on TV.
if I have to let one of them go, which I would not. When I say that, shit. I got.
You can
I
still
got-
watch them all tonight.
I got.
Okay.
I got.
It's okay.
I'm gonna have to go with the Cosby Show.
Okay.
I gotta go with the Cosby Show because, and the only reason that I'm going with the Cosby Show is because I grew up on the Cosby Show, but when it got to those later years, it did get to the point where it was just like,
Oh, you ain't like Cousin Pam?
yeah, you feel me? You
Cousin
feel me?
Pam.
When all of the kids got older, it did
It
get to the
changed.
point where things changed and it wasn't
Yeah.
like what it was like what it
Yeah.
was no more. So, and,
But I like watching them grow
and
up.
the other shows above that, like I was able to watch them through to the end, and it was always good. So like yeah, that's my reason. Cosby Show.
Fuck, man. All right, well.
JMatt.
So I got Fresh Prince, Martin, and Cosby Show left. Fuck, man. Damn, bro. I'm gonna have to get. Damn. I'm gonna get rid of Fresh Prince.
Okay.
I'm getting rid of Fresh Prince because it doesn't mean as much to me as the last two, Martin and Cosby Show. That's the only reason why. Like, when it comes to, I got personal memories associated with Martin and Cosby that is like, damn near emotional. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's really it.
Yeah.
I can't even really say nothing else. But Fresh Prince was like probably one of the greatest shows I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. I agree. Okay. So I have left. I got Martin and A Different World.
Terrible list. I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead.
That's what you got left.
She got Martin in A Different World.
So I do love A Different World, but I would get rid of A Different World because it's like a lot of attachments that I have for Martin. I do.
So Martin is your number one show?
Martin is my number one show a lot because of your ass.
What did I do?
We used to watch Martin a lot when we were in high school. late night when it used to come on at 11.
At 11.
11 o'clock.
And 11:30.
11,
Y'all
11:30.
Y'all watching Martin?
We did. We used to be on the phone watching
together.
Martin.
Aw.
Yep. So I have a lot of attachments to Martin. So I would
look
get
at that
rid
thing.
of A Different World.
All right. So Shirley's number one show that she rolling with is Martin.
It's Martin.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's somebody else's number one.
That's Wayne's number one, Martin. I have Fresh Prince and Martin left. I personally have to go with Fresh Prince as my number one.
Why? Please explain.
You gotta
I
explain.
don't know, because I love Will Smith.
Yeah.
He's
She
cuter
said,
than,
yeah.
he's
What
cuter
the
than Martin.
She got this crush on Will Smith.
I do.
I like
And,
Will
I mean,
too.
but both of
You
them though.
would
I
grab
can
his
literally
ears.
watch both of them and just crack up laughing like it's the first time I
Yeah.
saw the episode. But I'm gonna have to go with Will Smith.
You can't go wrong with either one of those.
I
That's
agree.
true. That's true.
And I still watched them all today.
Mm-hmm. I would sit
And-
down and watch them back
and
to back.
cry tears laughing.
She already put it out there. My next elimination, sad to see it go, but
My man, Will Smith.
Fresh Prince got to go, man. And it's so crazy because I fucking love that show.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I like the way that it was family oriented. Will Smith, hey, man.
For all the people.
Man,
he had on the show.
I'm a huge fan of Will Smith. You know, like ever since he made It's a Nightmare on My Street, and parents just don't understand since I was little, man. I'm a huge fan of Will Smith. But when it comes to this particular topic, Martin, my number one.
Don't cry, Justin.
I
It's
know,
okay.
right? Martin and Cosby Show. God, they both mean so much to me. I don't know.
Hey, this is tough. This is like this is very
Yeah,
sentimental. Like,
like-
man, my gosh, this is
Yeah.
emotional.
Like, for one thing, I remember my dad calling home from work and asking us to record the Cosby Show in a different way
On the VCR?
on the fucking VHS
Aw.
tapes.
Man,
And you
Back
see them
to back.
VHS tapes? Them was from my parents' house, and I think one of them might have a goddamn episode of Cosby Show on there. So the Cosby Show is like,
Yeah.
that show was so instrumental to like
yeah,
Family
me
life.
growing up, and
Yeah.
and everybody used to call my family the Cosbys.
That's true.
yeah,
Everybody like, y'all niggas is the Cosbys over there,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
even though we wasn't.
Right.
That's like a compliment though.
Mhm.
It
Anybody
is.
call you
It's a
Cosby
big
Show, that's a
compliment.
compliment.
That's true.
But then Martin, God damn it, like my formidable years, I was raised on Martin. Like high school. I remember in middle school, I wasn't allowed to watch Martin.
Really?
No. I remember my family, my aunts, and gathering around watching an episode of when Martin proposed to Gina with Brian McKnight.
Yeah,
No!
Brian.
Nigga, that was like a thing. Like, it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
a big... Alright,
Yeah.
I'm tripping.
They had, like,
Alright,
the
like, look, I'm being all
continuation of
nostalgic.
things.
Like it's
Go
tough.
in.
Them last
Hey,
three to me,
those
Martin,
two.
Cosby Show, and Fresh Prince,
Yeah.
man.
That's true.
Like, and then the fact that us being adults right now, I still every night am going to sleep to
So
Martin or Fresh
yeah,
Prince.
right.
Every night, like that type of
Those
longevity in my life, man. Like, come on.
And my
That's true.
kids
It's like they
watch
was a
it, and
part
I
of
think
your
it's great.
growing up.
And I know every episode of Martin, like word for
Yes,
word, and
you
Fresh
do.
Prince, and some Cosby's.
yeah.
Like
I'm
I started showing my kids before Cosby got
All that.
sentenced and went to prison. They took all his fucking shows off.
TV One
I had
so
my
crazy.
kids watching the Cosby Show and they loved it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what I used to watch when I grew up. This is the type of shows.
Mhm.
I feel like shows like that, and that's why I like Blackish, because
It's
I feel like
similar to
Blackish is the closest thing to being a
Absolutely.
modern
Nice.
version of the
Yeah.
Cosby
only
Show.
closest
Fucking
thing.
love
Because
Blackish.
man, I feel like a big reason why families is so fucked up and kids don't have no morals is because of the lack of shows
Yep.
like
That's
that.
on
Yeah,
TV.
like real talk.
That's very
No, that's
true.
real shit.
That's
Damn.
very true.
Fuck, man. I don't want to do this.
You have to.
Don't do it, Justin.
So
Don't do it.
I'm gonna, honestly, I'm gonna have to get rid of the Cosby Show.
Aw.
No, Martin is my number one.
Wow.
Because I've watched reruns of Martin literally for
Man.
2 decades.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Definitely 2 decades.
It
And
Go
laugh
on.
every
Yep.
time as if I've never
Yep,
seen
I
that
agree.
mother.
Wow.
I agree.
Yep.
Reverend
Wow.
Lonnie Love, like
Ah,
Dragonfly Jones,
Yeah.
right, all of
my
them.
nigga,
King
Yeah.
Beef. Roscoe,
Roscoe.
Shanae,
Uncle
Mama
Otis.
Payne. Like,
Okay.
oh, Otis.
Oh, man, come on, man.
Jerome.
Jerome. Oh, my God.
Yeah, so Martin is my number one, man. I don't think anybody has ever done a show like Martin, where this dude played characters like he was fucking Eddie Murphy
That's
and
true.
Nutty Professor. Like,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
did so much shit, and I love that
Yeah.
interview he did on the Breakfast Club with him and Martin when they was promoting
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys
Yeah.
3, and he was talking about how he did all those characters on Martin because he just didn't want to see that show fail.
Yeah.
He was just coming up with ideas and characters because he did not want it to fail. He was
That's
like, this
work
shit is
ethic.
going to work. Like,
That's work ethic.
yeah.
And it's so crazy because, like, a lot of comedians, I see a lot of things out there, they be talking about how comedians and certain people sell out in Hollywood by putting on a dress or by playing, like, female characters and stuff like that, man. Like, every single character that I've seen Martin play on that show, I never looked at that character as Martin. I always looked at that character as that character.
Thank
He
you. That's
did
a good
such
ass
a
point.
great
That's true.
job
That's a real good
at
point.
doing that, where it's just like, man,
That's a
like,
great
I
point.
commend him opposed to criticizing, man. Man, salute to Martin, man.
Yeah, he's great.
That was a great point.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
This was fun, man. I think we actually covered everything on my list. We didn't miss nothing.
Man. This
We
was
talked
great.
about pussy incense.
Oh my
Wait a
God.
minute.
What you got here?
He said he was putting the pussy.
We talked about, no, not Shirley's.
He said he gonna bring Erykah
Erykah
Badu's
Badu.
pussy in the house.
Why
and
do you
let
know
smell
anything
it.
about
Damn you,
Erykah
Rachel.
Badu?
Don't be trying to start shit at the end of the
That's a
podcast.
good thing.
It's not good.
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm gonna get a picture of his wife's face right now. That's
Right.
what I'm gonna
Look
look
at
I
at.
don't get it. I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm trying to figure it out too,
We said
Shirley.
you wasn't
Just
gonna
listen
like
to the
it. He said
podcast.
he didn't care.
Thursday.
What do you know about
And
Erykah
watch
Badu's
on
pussy,
Friday.
though?
Look at that face.
Like,
When
All I
your
know
wife
is-
find out
Figure it
that you're
out.
trying to get the pussy in.
All I know is what Erykah
That's what
Badu
daddy
told
is
me.
right there.
all you know is what she told you.
That's all I know. And all I know is we're
That's
going
why
to have
you
some of them
suffering.
incense down there
And that's why
burning
you
next week on the
suffering.
JMatt podcast.
He about to be burning Erykah Badu pussy. Did you see that? And he fist pumped
Help me
that.
understand.
You see this shit, man?
Erykah Badu will be burning in the
Wait a minute, hold
basement.
on, I
of the
can't
JMatt
burn.
show.
I can't burn that Erykah Badu pussy.
Not if it stinks.
It's gonna smell like that on and on weed.
How do you know what it smells like, though?
We're going to find out next week on the JMatt show. Signing out, y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Okay.